Robert, let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's get into it. All right. So like I said, I don't like all that comment gang banging. When I make videos like that, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing it on purpose. Because there go your opportunity right there. I don't want to hear nothing about no unity. I don't want to hear nothing about no us, no we, no none of that. Show me that you are even what I am. Start there. Start with you can prove that we have like minds. Start there. Let's start with that. I don't want to work with somebody that don't even want to be around, that don't even want to get stuff done. I don't want to work with that. I don't want to be on a boat with somebody that's trying to drill holes in the boat. I don't want to do that. Listen, fuck all that. This is a trick word. That's a trick word. That's a trick word. That's why I told y'all. This whole thing right here, pro-black, is cap. Get over it. It's done. It's all over with. Y'all got so many pro-black leaders, and ain't nobody built Tom Murray again. Y'all got so many pro-black leaders that tear down Dr. Malachi York's name, and ain't not a single one of them done anything near what he done. So all y'all talking about some everybody can learn from somebody. Dr. Malachi York wasn't just no talker, just no teacher. He put into action all the stuff that y'all been planning on doing for the past 23 years that he been locked up. So I'm not trying to hear all that. You can say that for people who are dumb, who think that still matters. No, unity ain't some general band-aid you're going to be able to put over the fact that you don't know the truth of what's moving. Unity, us, and we ain't some generalized band-aid you're going to be able to put over the fact that we don't have a plan of action. We don't have leaders out here. We got talkers out here. I have never claimed that I was in that seat of Dr. Malachi York. I have never claimed that I'm the one. All I've been saying this whole time that they trying to act like, I've been saying this, all I've been saying is somebody show me who gonna do what this one just a man ass dude did. They say Dr. Malachi York just a man. Then they want to bring up all these other people. Okay, when are y'all going to surpass him? Somebody show me one person. Then I'll shut up. You see what I'm saying? Look, we separate from house Negroes. You're not even separated. Listen, you're not even separated from the lingo of the 1960s. You ain't separated from shit. You got to start with the fact that you're using lingo of shit that done passed over. You're left behind in the words you speak. Talking about you separated from the house Negroes. You wouldn't know a house Negro if it lived with you. Because you won't even know that ain't even that anymore. When the last time you heard people talking about Negroes? Y'all get that from Rashad Jamal because he wanted to be Malcolm X so damn bad that he just wanted to repeat the rhetoric. He didn't even have the decency in his own bones to just come up with his own words, come up with his own rhetoric, especially as one of the creators of the cosmos. He had to repeat Malcolm X from the 60s. No, you're not separating. Because if you were separating, you would be advanced enough to know we don't use old lingo for new day problems, new day situations, new day issues. You sound like Umar Johnson, still trying to invoke and bring back and resurrect Marcus Garvey. We're not in Marcus Garvey's time period. We're not dealing with Marcus Garvey's issues. There's a whole nother day and time. When you walk down the sidewalk, whatever you want to call yourself, a Negro, don't need to grow, you can stay still. I don't give a damn. When you're walking on the sidewalk and you see a Caucasian coming, do you have to move out the way? No, you don't. Okay, the brothers who was speaking that lingo, they did. So you're living in an illusion, speaking words that belong to a point in time, situations that you're not even experiencing right now. Talking about you're going to separate. Okay, do us a favor, do it now. Separate now. Do us a favor, get off the line, separate now. If y'all going to believe somebody like Rashad Jamal and say Faise One is a house Negro, then you shouldn't be associated with me at all. Separate from us now. If you've done more for your people than I have, then why am I not on your live talking to you? Why are you on my live talking to me? I don't go to some toddler's playpen and debate with them on whether or not they done did more chores that day or got more things done that week. I'm a grown-ass man. If you're really a grown-ass man in stature, in psychology, your psyche, if you're really a grown-ass man in the things you do day in and day out, you wouldn't be sitting here trying to prove to me that you're doing more work than me. Go do more work and prove it. So all these people on here don't got to be on here listening to me. They can be tuning into what you got going on. Field app. That's the problem. You still stuck in the field. You still using Negro terminology. Say in the house trying to entertain, then how you end up your stupid ass in the house with me? You get your ass out there in the field and go pick that cotton. The fuck is you talking about? Don't come bothering me in the house, intelligent, helping people use their brains while you out there using your muscles finna die the fuck out. Go get your ass out there in the field and let me work on the inside using brain work. Now I want to tell you that part of it. The expendables get sent out in the field. The ones they think is smart, is going to be able to build the world, they keep them in the house. Yeah, so he's best to be leaving now. The fuck is you in here talking? How you even get in here? Massa, he in here. Massa, he in here bothering us. You supposed to be your dumb ass out there in the field picking that cotton. Yeah, how you even get in here? You smart enough to sneak past the master, you need to be your ass in here with me while we planning with our brains. While you out there picking shit that them niggas could have, you ain't smart enough to realize them niggas could have picked that shit they damn self. You fuck out of me, the field app. You in they field, this day shit. Get your own internet. Don't get your own app that you're gonna use on their internet. You don't know how to do it. You ain't smart enough. You're expendable. Get your stupid ass out there and pick. Big bank can't take little bank because you don't got a big bank. Your bank is sitting on top of they field. No, let's play big think tank goes against so-called big bank. Let's play. I got a new game for you. You ready? Let's play big bank think tank. And let's see who wins. The one who think they got the money or the one who understand how to create their own currencies? The one how to make shit move without the money. Let's play big bank think tank. Chain supply and play. You sound like Bill and them. Don't you want to go talk to Bill and them? You using their words. You ain't went nowhere. You ain't never leaving no damn plantation. I have a chain supply. You sound stupid as fuck. You put the word chain supply in there, not even understanding that comes from slavery. You ain't get it? It ain't never clicked for you? You that dumb? Chain supply. Who was their supply and who they put in chains? Ignoramus is who I'm talking to if you ain't know that. Speaking of ignoramus. Speaking of simple ton. Because your simple ass probably don't know how much the fuck a ton weigh. I have a chain supply. I am in the field. I'm a field app. You're a house Negro. I'm out here. You still in slavery. Why the fuck is you talking to me? This ain't your time period. You still in the fucking 1650s. You still in the 1700s. You still in the 18th century. How you over here talking to me? Niggas dumb. There go your problem. How you calling me nigga, brother? You starting to sound like the white man. Hold on. Matter of fact, take that mask off. I think there's Bill up under there. Trying to reinforce slavery. Trying to reinforce the prisoners of war. You sound like Bill up under there talking about some niggas be dumb. Nigga. Is you dumb? Y'all don't be knowing what y'all walking into. Listen, y'all, they come on here and say, you a clown. And they sit here and be entertained by a clown. They come on here and say, you're fake. And they sit here and be entertained by fakeness. They come on here and say, you're a house Negro. And they sit here and be, here go all your leaders. All your leaders be on my live. Tuned in saying I'm not working. If you're sitting here watching me, you're not working. No, I'm not adding you 607. I did a whole live yesterday. You told me you would come on. You ain't even come on. No, not adding you. You can go somewhere else too. You sat there and shared that video of bro who was talking shit. All of that. Okay, then go over there. You renege on your own speech. You got on my live and said, I love you. I should never said I was going to kill you. I really wanted to kill myself. I really had an ego thing going on. Da, 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 da. And then you sit over there and then frolic with the help. That ain't even the help because they ain't doing no help and they hurting. They go say, I see your angle. You're a clout chaser. 607 Unc dares open his mouth and say somebody, anybody. It could have been Uncle Ben. You dare say anybody's clout chasing. When the shit that done came out of your mouth is that you wanted to bend a man over. Or you want to see men booty hole. You literally said you wanted to have sex with Charleston White. Said that he needed to be having sex with a man. You said you killed your son, sacrificed your son for riches. You say all the damnest things. And you say, oh, it's a message behind it. And nobody calls you a clout chaser. You're an agent. And everybody who says Faise One is an agent and don't call that an agent, you're an agent. I'm not looking at just the leaders. I'm looking at the audience. I'm watching for the niggas saying, get your hands out my pocket. Fuck who just on stage. You can't show me shit. And don't nobody need to be talking about showing anything. All the shit you be literally asking niggas to show you. I ain't never heard in my living days, and I'm 26, that one of the ways you can tell is to ask a man to reveal his body parts that are hidden and concealed to you. You ain't never think that that could be a short tail sign of what the fuck going on in your brain, or why you gotta ask a nigga to do that? You sitting here assed out, he assed out, everybody assed out. Didn't nobody ask y'all ass to come out. You ain't been asked out by none of us. Where did you come from? But nobody says that's an agent. You got niggas asking me, Faise, when are you gonna go to City Hall? City Hall. The nigga who went to City Hall talked to them about a continent made out of ice. That was the biggest development we'd have never had in the past 50 years. That one of our representatives of the conscious community, the black people and all of that, went and told niggas that they was fallen angels, asked them to sign paper, then walked off and said, I want to go to Antarctica, but y'all won't let me. But that's not an agent. You don't want me to go to City Hall because if I go to City Hall, they won't air it. Do you understand that? They literally will not air that episode. They gonna be like, this nigga Epi, he ain't sold his soul. Niggas done came in talking about sacrificing their bloodline. A direct violation. And y'all clapped and applauded and said, you gotta hear him out though. No, you gonna hear him out there in the field with the other nigga. I'ma sit in here then. In the house with my electric light and my pen, and I'm gonna keep changing the world while y'all keep playing out in that field. You never asked me whose house it was. This is my house. I own this house. Y'all better stop playing. I've been told you, go get somebody. Go get one of y'all. 607, ain't no reason you to come up here. You came on here and you had an opening of the mouth and the heart and the brain ceremony. You straight uttered your fallacy. You straight corrected yourself. And I said, that's okay. What, you being attacked again? Ego done rearose? It's coming back up? No, how about this? Go back to the drawing board. Go back to self. Have one of those meetings with self now before you even come and talk to me. And then come back and have the same type energy you had when you got on the live. Remember the other nigga who got on here screaming? Or the ones who be out there screaming and shit? Remember that? He got on here and said what? I bow before the prophets. I don't want no problem with you. I told him, ain't no way I'm going to tell God what to do. I told him, hey, get your little dogs. What'd he do? It's recorded. Y'all know all this stuff recorded. The nigga who y'all been tagging, the old nigga, talking about he got me, all of that. The one who be, I'm the brother, I'm this, I'm the Lord, all that. Okay, cool. He got on here, told his homies, he said, yo, y'all chill. We don't attack each other. If it's not a productive combo, get your stupid ass up out of here. Go do something productive. That's so stupid. Why? Do anybody in here understand what I'm saying when I don't get how people can say this is dumb and sit there and be dumb with me? You gonna sit here and be dumb with me? That don't even make sense. How about you take your smart ass on so I can be dumb by myself? Stop. Master, he fucking with me. Because what the fuck, how you even get in? They don't know what they walking up on. They don't know. I don't give a fuck where you came in at. Bye. It's dumb. You sound stupid as hell. How you gonna say some shit dumb and you just came in the middle? You need to do more research before you speak to beings like myself. Peace and cease to exist. Simple. Bye. I don't give a fuck what you don't understand. Bye. You came wrong. Blocked for life. Peace. Wrong. Wrong answer. You know what the wise ones do? They come and observe and they see first. You understand? Look, another idiot. You're talking to yourself. Then how are you responding? If I'm talking to myself, how are you responding? Bye for life. Next. What else? You can't be dumb on here, and I'm the only dumb person. You can't be in here dumb with me. Bye. Yeah, I'm the monkey. This is my show. If somebody gonna be dumb and somebody gonna be a monkey, somebody gonna be a house nigga, it's gonna be me. Matter of fact, if anybody gonna be in any of these olden ass time periods, it's gonna be me. I'm not gonna have two older. That's gotta be some type of violation of time travel laws of physics and quantum physics. What are you working on? Why you been nosy? What are you working on? What did you just ask me earlier if I'm immortal? Didn't I respond to you and say, what the fuck, how you gonna know if I say I am mortal or not mortal? What's wrong with y'all? It be niggas like you. Y'all be the same ones. You've been watching me for years. You ain't learned nothing yet? Get your own. Get your own. You shouldn't be asking me, okay, why are you on here? You working on robots. You're working on robots. Go get on the forum and talk robotics and astrophysics with them people. Why are you on my live? I'm not working on a robot. Y'all got all this shit y'all doing, y'all sitting. Listen to me. What are you doing? Why the fuck does it matter if you're working on robots? Your focus should be algorithm. Your focus should be problem solving. Your focus should be zeros and ones and binary code and computer science. Your focus should be getting something done. You should be figuring out whether or not this being is going to be based on rule-based learning, machine-based learning. You should be figuring out whether or not this being is going to be based on bits or qubits. You should be figuring out shit. Because I can be. You ain't working on shit. Your robot made out of logos. I want to see it. I would rather you disappear for life. Please get the fuck on. Can you please leave me the fuck alone? Can you please leave me alone? Can you please stop talking to me? I don't want to talk to you. Can you please stop speaking to me? Please. I'm asking you pretty please. I don't want you to show me anything. I'm tired of niggas showing me shit. What y'all show me don't mean anything. What the fuck does your robot do? Cure cancer? Bye. I don't want to see a nigga walk down the street made out of metal. I see that all the fucking time in the hood. Niggas walking around, metal, and all you hear is walking. Can you please leave me the fuck alone? Or you gonna sit here and antagonize me? Can you please? I'm not gonna beat up on you. I'm just asking, can you please leave me the fuck alone? Anybody. Can somebody tell, please leave me the fuck alone? I don't care about your robots. Wait, what's the fuck? Why you want to talk to me? You know what I'm saying? I said, bring y'all smoke. This y'all smoke? I'm working on a robot. Okay, Einstein, the fuck is you here talking to me for? You should be going live every day talking about this robot until it becomes world news. But somehow, your silly bunking ass know it's a million motherfuckers working on robots. And you take that silly ass little robot up to the robot fair they got up there in Kentucky. You know they're going to be like, oh, that's a nice toy. Wow, them niggas unveil a brand new computer they done made out of goat skin. Y'all niggas ain't working on shit. Them niggas talking about, I am the true bridge between the physical world and metaphysical world. And you're on Instagram. If you really got that bridge like that, why do we got to be on the internet? We should be on whatever the fuck net or not net, not a net. You should have some shit called not a net. And we should be channeling through it, and we should be able to put these phones down, because here come you. But here come you, and ain't shit changed. But I got a headache today. That's the only motherfucking miracle. You don't work today. On this fine Monday. Star Machiavelli, why do you exist? How many of you did I block? Bye for life. Damn. got time for delusional shit. Ain't no smoke to bring. They know what's going on. Niggas in the comments, where are you? What a Babalawo nigga that came in and spoke. Oh, Nebby is very protected. I said, nigga, watch who the fuck you warn. The hell? Then went straight to talk about Melikar. Melikar got, man, shut your bitch ass up. That's what I said. Shut your bitch ass up. Y'all niggas so mad at Melikar and ain't nobody surpassed him. Name one and I will shut the fuck up. Ain't y'all tired of me talking? Ain't you tired of me yet? Okay, if you so fucking tired of me, how about this? Name a nigga that surpassed Dr. Melikar York and Nuwapu. And then I'll shut the fuck up. But until then, you got a long ride for the next 5 years. 4.5. I'm not shutting my mouth. Because you ain't talking about shit. Everybody I named from 19 Keys to Umar Johnson, from Rashad Jamal, all that. I'm not trying to hear all that. Oh, you going against the people, us, da 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 da. You. When you gonna wake up? When you gonna wake up? All of y'all who done came on here, I gave you the opportunity. I said, where the Rashad Jamal students? Come on. Rashad Jamal students got an F. F. F plus. I didn't know there was such a thing until somebody told me that they were going to channel to get the information for nitrogen. I said, I'll wait right here while you go get it. They said, it's too many lights. I said, what? All you got to do is close your eyes, turn the lights off. I don't understand. What do you mean it's too many lights? Your God, your Most High that you got a source can't work in the light? F plus plus. F plus plus. Now, ain't no F minus. That would be too easy. Listen, I know how to take stuff away. No, F plus plus. Figure it out. What's the difference between you and them? Me. Me. Now you go work in the field and figure that out. What did he mean by that? Yeah, go figure it out. F stands for field. Go work. Now. Damn. What's the difference between you? No, that's too easy. What's the addition? What's the multiplication? Told you can't give them no subtraction and division. It's too easy for them. No. You mean what's the multiplication between me? Now go figure that out, dummy. What a metaphysical ass nigga is. You didn't inspire me to get on live. Bro, you in some competition and your stupid ass sitting here watching me compete. Anybody tell this anybody ass motherfucker get the fuck off. If you don't fuck with what I'm moving and how I'm moving, then tell your dumbass inner self, I need to remove myself. This nigga's negative. Or admit it, you're attracted to what you think is negativity, Buckeye. I am here. I am so glad you're here. You ready? I'm going live with you. Yo.
A respectful conversation, but I want to start off by saying that I had no respect or no malice towards Dr. York. I just simply was.
So you have no respect.
I said no disrespect.
That's not what you said.
Okay, well that was a misquote. I have no disrespect or no malice towards Dr. York.
Go ahead.
I was simply speaking on my understanding of Nuwapianism and how all frameworks are a fragment of the larger whole. Nothing is completely 100% accurate. Everything can be refined and can be elevated. Was simply my point.
So I don't want to waste time. Can we get right into it?
Let's go.
Cool. As long as you're okay with that, I ain't gonna disrespect you. All right, cool. So can you give me 3 things? 1, 2, 3. Simple. Can you give me 3 things that Dr. Melikar York taught that you found is inaccurate?
So the group origin began as a nation of Moors with Afrocentric, Egypt-centric teachings, right? So the inaccuracies, they simply lie in the fact that.
All right, you want to move on from that one?
No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
I want to make sure what I'm asking for is clear. I'm not dancing with you. Can you give me three things? One, two, three. It's not a lot. I could have asked you for nine. Can you give me three things that Dr. Melikazi York taught that are inaccurate?
So his teachings are locked in a linguistic recursion loop, and his teachings are dependent on a central teacher and a textual verification. And with respect, his knowledge is more so
You're not doing
processed,
it. I want,
not
okay,
proven.
again, I told you I'm not going to disrespect you. All right. I want to make sure the question, what I'm asking for is clear. I want you, and you said you surpassed this, right? I want you to provide me. I don't want you to talk to me about anything. I don't care right now. Not right now, at least. Only thing I care about right now, is this fair? Only thing I care about right now are three things that Dr. Melikazi York taught that are false. That's all I care about. List, you're not a list like a grocery thing. Just list them. That's all I want you to do.
I spoke of three things, but if you want me to get more
I
specific,
do.
so okay. So number one,
Mm,
as it relates to three things that Dr. York taught that are false.
okay.
Divine origin from reptilian human hybrids.
What? Divine origin?
Yes.
Where did he
He
teach that at?
claims that humanity was engineered by reptilian entities in collaboration with ancient Egyptians, creating a hybrid bloodline. The
Where did he teach that at?
contradiction is that the teaching undermines the emphasis later placed on pure African and Orisha ancestry. So, from a metaphysical standpoint, the spiritual lineage cannot be legitimately hybridized with extraterrestrial reptilian DNA.
Okay, all right, I'll list it just so we can move forward. You said divine,
Origin from reptilian human hybrids.
okay, from reptilian human hybrids. Okay, number two.
So he claims that Sumerian symbols equate to modern English grammatical structures, and this is revealing a hidden lineage and cosmic identity. The
Can you
contradiction being
simplify the shit out of it?
Sumerian hieroglyphs as mirrors of modern English.
What were his words?
Those were his words.
He said Sumerian
Are
hieroglyphs.
mirrors of modern English.
Okay, where did he say that at?
That's your religion, bro. That's your
Oh
teaching. You
no.
should know that. You follow it.
Okay, new rule. We're gonna disqualify the first one. We're gonna deal with that just as you stated it. New rule for the last two. Cite it. That should be easy. It's just two. So cite where he taught about Sumerian hieroglyphs. But before you cite that, can you please tell me what hieroglyphs mean?
Hieroglyphs.
Yeah, what does it mean? The word.
Those are symbols that depict
No,
deeper.
the word. What does hiero mean? What does glyph mean? All right, pick another one. You don't know. You don't even know what that is.
No,
You
I
can't
do know
debunk it. Pick
what that is,
another.
but that's not what we're here for. See, what you're trying to do.
Okay, okay,
See,
okay. I
no,
got you. I
I
got you.
got you.
Okay,
I got
I'm
you
ahead of
figured
you. I'm
out.
ahead
I
of you.
got you
Okay,
figured
I
out
won't
very
do it. I
well,
won't do
brother.
that. I won't do that.
So
Okay, that's fair.
what
That's
you
fair.
try to do
That's fair. We don't have to
is
talk about what I was trying to do. I won't do it. That's fair. I won't ask qualifying questions. Just cite where you got the Sumerian hieroglyphs from.
from the teachings.
Can you cite it?
This is what you guys teach. This is what I've seen online
Okay,
from
I'm
you
gonna
guys
test you
speaking
on that.
about it.
I'm gonna test you on that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's deal with it right. I'm gonna put Sumerian. I'm not gonna put all the rest of that because we got to start at a point. Go to number three.
So he says that we are descended from Atlanteans, followed by galactic initiation.
We what? Okay, simplify it. Simplify it. Simplify it.
Dr. York claims that human civilization progressed from Atlantis to Sirius and beyond, and that there are fixed cosmic roles and timelines. The contradiction being that his own narrative flips from Atlantis first to Sirius first without clear.
Are you reading something?
No, I'm speaking from my notes. Like,
That
yes,
yo,
I'm
that
prepared
means
for
you're
this.
reading something. You know I know the
I
difference, right?
prepared for this. The
Ooh.
ability to speak freely off the top of the mind does not equate to one's intellectual prowess. Yes, I took notes and I studied for this because
Okay, all right. I don't
I'm a
need all that
scholar.
shit.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be the judge of that. Okay, or I'm not gonna judge it. I'll let this situation be the judge of that because we're not done. We're just getting started. Again, I don't intend to disrespect you. I have a certain type of rigor to myself. I don't know you. I have a certain type of lingo I speak, a certain way I speak. I'm gonna handle this situation a certain way. I don't want you to feel like I'm coming for you a certain way. You understand that?
If I understand that.
Okay. What was the third one? Keep it simple.
The third one is that he claims that we descended from Atlantis, and then also Sirius without any clear chronological depiction.
Okay. Atlantic descendants or descent versus Sirius descent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna do this one last, if that's okay with you. I would like to start with the Sumerian one. You remember what that was?
Yes, the Sumerian hieroglyphs as mirrors of modern English.
Mirrors. What do you mean by that?
So basically, his interpretations are saying that he's projecting English meanings onto symbols that historically have no meaning.
The symbols had no meaning.
He's projecting English meanings onto symbols that historically have none.
Excuse me. Historically, meaning the people who studied them couldn't figure them out.
So
You're
these
speaking on.
symbols
Are you
are
speaking on historicity right
multidimensional
now?
frequencies. They're not literal word for word puns that are stitched across time.
Wait, wait. All right. So I gotta ask questions because I don't. You have a different style. What language did the Sumerians speak? Are you Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Why didn't you answer that when I asked it?
because I don't know what language the Sumerians spoke.
We're
But
done
how
with
is that
that one.
relevant?
No, we're done with this one. I can't help it. I can't help it. You never heard of Akkadian. If you did, you would never have said Sumerian hieroglyphs. Two different time periods, two different places. You would have said cuneiform, if anything. No, wrong. Study this more. Study that more. Come back. All right, let's deal with the Atlantic descent versus the Sirius descent. Have you figured out the site for that? Can you cite that or the excerpt? Can you give me the excerpt for where he spoke about once saying humans came from Atlantis and or even branched out into the sea? I think you said that. Can you cite where he said that?
So the whole point of me coming on here was, and you said it's not a debate,
Yes or no?
but no. The whole point of me coming on here was to speak my piece about what I said
I
about
understand, but
the
if
new
that was your
Wapians.
point, I don't care
So
about your
my
piece. I
point
care about
was
your.
that the alien and the reptilian narrative that
Okay, we
is
can get to
being
that. We're
perpetuated
going to
by
get to
the
that
new
last.
Wapians
Listen. We're going to
is
get to
that
that last.
humanity is a hybrid
I
bred reptilian.
got you. We're going to get to that
Right.
last.
No,
I got that
but
right there. I
also,
literally said we're
but
going to deal with
also,
that.
you're trying to
We're
bait
going
me,
to
brother. I
deal
know
with
how
that
you
one
work. I
last.
know how you work
You
because
don't know because you would have
your
came
whole
way more
entire
prepared than
point
that.
is to never be defeated. Is that
I
you
don't
thrive off
care
of.
about that
So
because you could have taught me something I didn't
no,
know.
that's not what I came on here
So
for
is your
though. I
approach
came
now to
on here
try
to
to over
speak,
talk me
and
the whole way? You
I
got it.
immediately said I don't have no disrespect towards Dr. York, but I just simply said that all frameworks can be expanded upon. That was simply my whole point.
All
So I
right,
came
cool.
on
So
here
check this out. We're gonna move
to
forward.
speak my point. So
Listen.
you're trying to
Hey,
You're
hey,
trying to get me to
I
follow
don't know
your
where you think
framework, but
you
I'm not
at,
here to follow
but
your
you're not
framework.
gonna
I'm
be
here
able
to
to
live within
sassy your
mine.
way out this shit. You gotta talk to me on a scholarly level. I don't give a fuck about your feelings.
It's not about feelings. I'm speaking to you
Okay,
on a
well then
scholar
let's
level.
stay scholarly then. I want you to cite where you got this from.
From the teachings, I don't study Nuwapianism, sir.
Where the
But I
Christians,
but
hold on, pause real quick. For the Christians and Hebrew Israelites in here, if I were having a debate or discussion with y'all and I said something about the Bible and you asked for me to cite it or quote the scripture as El Quran say, yo, they saying something truthful, quote the scripture. If I said the Bible, or if I said the Quran, and you said, okay, where in the Bible, where in the Quran? And I said, just, in the Bible, in the Quran. Do I know what I'm talking about? So I'm giving you the opportunity on a scholar. I have scholarly etiquette. I don't know if you do, but I was taught it very young. I'm giving you the opportunity, regardless of my tone or any of that, prove me wrong. Cite it. Cite it.
this is your teaching, these are your religion. So
Just give me the book name.
I told you that I don't study Nuwapianism. I'm going off of what I've seen online from guys like you who follow the religion
Is there
and things.
anything
So
else?
I
Okay,
didn't
let's
read
do.
the
We done
book.
with this one. We done with this one. We'll go. Let's deal with this last one. Okay, before we go on and get on up out of here. I don't know what you think you're doing. Divine origin from reptilian humanoid hybrids. Where did that come from?
That came from your teachings.
Cite it.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't study Nuwapianism.
So
I
how do you
see
know
you
where it
guys
comes from if
because
you
I
ain't
hear
even
you
studied
guys
it?
speak about it,
So
and I
you
do
just
my own
believe?
research on
Oh,
it.
okay. Cite that. Cite who spoke on it. Cite who said that.
A lot of you guys speak on that. Speak on
Okay.
the
Cite who? So I could talk to them. What's their at? So I can get them on here right now. You don't think if I send a live to one of the brothers or one of the sisters who out here teaching that they'll come on here and talk to me? Cite their at right now. I'll get on them.
So you're saying that you guys do not speak that we have alien ancestry.
I didn't
So
say
that
that.
what you're
I
saying?
didn't. I didn't say that
No,
people don't.
that's
I
what you're
said if you're
saying.
saying
I'm literally that's what I'm saying, and you're
I
saying
didn't say
cite.
they
I don't
didn't.
have
I
to cite it
said
because it's a part of your general
are you
teaching,
losing
sir.
your
I'm
composure?
not losing my composure. I'm speaking to
Okay,
you.
listen to my response. I'm very listen. I understand you. I can comprehend what you're asking. No, I'm not saying we, as in anybody who claimed to be a Nuwapian or a follower, or a student, or a walker with Dr. Malachi York, never said that. I'm saying who said this. So at them,
But it
so I
doesn't
can
matter
deal
who
with it
said
right
it
now.
because you already agreed that it's been said. So that's
I
a
didn't
part of
agree
your
with it. It's
whole
been
entire
said. You have what's
agenda
referred to
is
as
to try
cognitive
to get
dissonance,
me
and you suffer from it.
disheveled by trying to get me to answer specific questions when I'm
Hey,
already giving you the
hey,
general
hey,
information that you
hey,
guys already naturally
hey, bro.
believe
First of all,
and have a consensus
you
on.
do a little more resistance training. You got to work on more of that masculinity. It's gonna keep you more stable, and you're gonna understand what's
See,
happening, and you
a
ain't gonna have the
personal attack.
delusion
See,
that
look,
something else is gonna happen.
that's your angle. It's a
What's my
personal
angle?
attack.
These are your angles.
No, my angle is to come on here and speak about your philosophy and how it can be expanded upon, how it's not an absolute framework to the evolution and the
Okay, I
ascension
got
of
you. I got you.
man.
I got you. I
So
got
then
you. I
you
got
come
you. I
on here and
already
say,
know people
oh,
that talk
brother,
to you
oh,
who's been
are you getting
listen.
emotional? Are you getting disheveled?
No,
Oh, you got to work on that
no.
masculinity.
I'm getting
See,
to the
that
point.
right there is your angle, sir.
No, I'm
I
getting to the point.
understand your
I'm getting to the point.
psychology, sir.
I'm getting to the
It's
point.
not about
We're gonna
it's not
listen. We're
about the
gonna get to the
actual
point. I'm
evolution for
not
you.
doing
It's
this.
about
I'm not doing
appearing
this. I'm
right and
not doing this.
appearing
We're getting
superior
to
for
the
you.
point.
And
I
that's the
don't
whole
care. I
entire
told you
reason
from the
why you
beginning.
deleted my
I
comments,
told you
brother,
from the
because I
beginning.
was on there speaking
You one of
about
them
it from my
niggas who fight
perspective.
with the
And
windmill, don't
no,
you?
no,
You
brother,
fight with the
I'm trying to tell you that I
windmill
understand
arms.
how you
Do you
operate.
fight with the windmill
I
arms?
understand how you
So I'm not going to
operate.
go back and forth
You
with a nigga.
have a
You fight with the
shockwave
windmill
strategy
arms
and
because
telling
I'm
me that I
asking
need
you.
to
Do you
work on my
know
masculine
if I
energy.
ask you to
That is
cite
a
your
contradiction
resources,
right there. That's a contradiction right
every
there. How are you
scholar,
dealing with it
every scholar.
scholarly and then you attack me personally, sir? That is
Okay,
not scholarly. So
so
I just literally, you're a walking
I said
contradiction.
I'm going to
And
deal with
all I'm
you.
here to do
No, no,
is
I did.
hold the mirror
Listen.
up to you, my
Okay, check
brother.
this out. Check this out. Calm
Okay?
down.
I'm
Check this out.
calm.
All right.
Don't confuse my
If listen,
passion for a lack of emotional
if your
maturity.
assertion is if
Okay?
the windmill arms and all of that was pushing it, okay, I apologize. Let's get back to the scholarship. That was not scholarly of me to come for your fighting style. Let's get back to the scholarship. I would like you to cite this, and if you can't, I'm going to ask you to leave the live.
Why do I need to cite something that you guys already believe? You already said that that's a part of your curriculum.
All right. That's your metaphysicist. That's your metaphysicist. That's your metaphysicist. That's the one who has transcended physics. Matter of fact, if you get back on here, I don't want to talk about Dr. Melchizedek's doctrine or anything. I want to talk physics. I want to see if you're truly a metaphysicist. Because if you're a metaphysicist, if you deal with metaphysics, you should be what? Beyond or higher than or at the degree of physics. Those are the words right there. So if you get back on here, I don't want to talk about Dr. York. Now I want to talk about physics. I want to see if you even know physics to say that you're a metaphysicist. Or are you what's referred to as a philosophical metaphysicist, which we don't need y'all. Y'all don't build technology. Y'all don't progress nations. You don't do any of that. You just ask questions about reality and the nature thereof. Next. You know who you're talking about. All y'all think y'all metaphysicists and you ain't never met a physicist before. Nice to meet you. Let's play. I want to talk formulas. I want to talk velocity, acceleration, power, speed. Give me the formulas of these things. I want to talk displacement. I want to talk about atoms and molecules. And I want to talk about it. I want to know, listen, niggas about high vibrational. Okay, I want to talk vibration. I want to talk frequency. I want to talk wavelengths. I want to talk energy. I want to know if you even know what energy is on a scientific level. You're using a science word. I want to understand if I were to ask you what's the difference between energy and the capacity to do work, would you trip over your damn tongue? Not understanding they one and the same. I asked this man, excuse me, what do the Sumerians speak? He referred or responded and said, what? I don't know what the Sumerians speak. Why the fuck are you speaking on Sumerian historicity, archaeology, linguistics, any of that? You're not learned. You should have been a Nuwapian. I studied Nuwapianism. Ain't that the first thing your silly bicky ass came on here and said? Why are you tagging me, sir? I'm not. Let's get back to the. All right, cite this. Why should I have to cite it? That's what y'all believe. Okay. Okay, bye. Bye. Who cares what they speak? What does it do for you? Another idiot. Y'all have to realize everybody don't meet this. Everybody don't run into the brick wall. Some people ask me, your face got a question. I say, what is it? If I don't know the answer, what I'm gonna tell y'all? I don't know. That's a good question. Matter of fact, let me go and look into that more and see if I can get back with you on that. If I do know the answer, you know we going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship till we get to that center point. The knowing and awareness of all here, all now, always. Everybody don't get hit with that. It's you niggas who say, I have surpassed Nuwapianism. Then I ask you questions about your claims, and you don't know what it is. You never heard of Akkadian, but you speaking on the language of Sumerian hieroglyphs. Y'all ever heard of that? Y'all ever heard of that? Sumerian hieroglyphs. That's like saying, man, that's like saying an addition, subtraction. Huh? Yeah. An addition, subtraction. They're like saying the Titanic just got ran off the road yesterday. Right? Yeah, you know y'all teach that the Titanic got ran off the road. Right? That's why I said, who? Bring him to me. Because I know you don't know what you're talking about. I heard y'all say it. Who? Let's talk about it. Because you got somebody that walked in the orders, walked in the Wapu my whole life. When did we say divine origin from reptilian to human hybrid? What the fuck? Why you even put this there? That's why I like divine. What are you talking about? I said, anyway, Atlantic, all I said was cited because I didn't want to beat his ass on that one. Because I was going to ask you about the history of Atlantis and the history of Sirius, the star system. I was going to ask you questions related to the Dogon and all of it, and I'm going to ask you, okay, he made this up? The Dogon talked about what you talking about, and he made this up? Everybody done spoke about Atlantis. Add you for what? You got to tell me why. So that was your metaphysicist. Y'all see why they ready? Y'all see why they so prepared for this? Nigga said, I came prepared. Y'all saw how I called his ass? I said, are you reading? No, I'm reading my notes. Sir, that means you're reading. He said, no, I'm reading my notes. I came prepared. You came prepared and got your ass whooped. You might well not have prepared. You probably would have been able to wing it better or windmill it better. But I'm telling you, these are your guys or whatever. These are your guys. That was the metaphysicist. Stop fucking playing with me. You know why you make him cam up? Ah! That nigga realized he was getting his ass whooped, thought he was going to be able to out yell me. He thought he was going to be able to out sass me. No, I'm not doing that. Bye. All right, let's get back to the scholarship. Can you answer that? I'm about to let you go. Why should I have to beat? Let's finish that. Beat. The end. He was on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can't help him. ChatGPT don't know what Nuwapu is. Try it. Ask them. ChatGPT can't help you. Shit. I got something to say. What do you have to say? You got to be more specific than that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to tell you something. Look me in my eyes when you lie to me. Hey, Heavy, I know you having the time of your life. You see the man just trying to be a linguist? Heavy, you ever heard of Sumerian hieroglyphs? I said, what language do the Sumerians speak? That nigga said, some of y'all think I muted up. Some of y'all think I muted up. I ain't changed shit on my screen. I say, nigga, hey, y'all know these recorded, right? This is your conscious community. I said, nigga, do you know, excuse me. You ain't trying to crash while you fuck around. Why get me excited just to calm your bitch ass down? Hey, you talking about? You're attacking me. You attacked Dr. Melikazi York. You dare to cry? I called you over here because of the shit you was talking in the comments about how Dr. Melikazi York is a plagiarizer, a fraud, all of that. And your best ammo was some notes you wrote that was full of shit. Y'all ain't smell that? I did. I said, excuse me, what is Sumerians, what did they speak? That boy said. I said, and then I didn't give him time to look it up. I ain't let him slide. That's what he was mad about. I said, excuse me, why it take you so long to answer that when I first asked you? Why you didn't answer that when I asked you? Because he didn't even get the answer quick enough. You can't move you don't even use swipe text. Smart nigga would have used swipe text. You sitting here trying to type. You ain't gonna be able to do that shit fast enough. They go him. You ain't gonna be able to do that shit fast enough. He ain't finna. No, he finna. Cause don't see. Ain't we Stevie Wonder. And that nigga can see. That nigga should have swiped text and said fucking around. Slow ass Wi-Fi. Mad as hell. Wrong time to buffer to my son. Man, you don't get your stupid ass on. Don't fucking play with me. I'm different. I'm different. You never know how much I know till this time. Oh, you a metaphysicist? Let's play. I'm waiting on one of y'all. Been waiting on one of y'all. At the door. Not the door. The door. I said, okay, I have scholarly etiquette. I'm gonna let you answer this. Can you just do a favor for me? Why? That nigga seen that shit, his eyes open like this. That boy said, I said, will you cite that? That man covered his eyes. No, I can't see it. Where is that? I ain't asked you that type of site. You know that ain't the same site. Hey, man, everybody think they ready. He was so ready. I'm here. He said, I'm here twice. I'm here. All I asked you for was 3 things he taught that wasn't true. First thing you started saying was, well, his teachings are different and I don't like them. And the thing about those teachings that I don't like, as I am Sam, that Sam I am, they are green eggs. Shut your stupid ass up. Ain't nobody talking about no breakfast. We fasting. This is day 6. I'm legally blind. I did not drive no getaway car. I can see barely. Mama, I love you. B.O.B. Hold it down. Bill Squad, baby. For life. You attacking me. Get your stupid ass up out of here tomorrow. I'm attacking you. I can talk about your windmill approach. The way you fight, how you debate. Or excuse me, you fight how you think you was ready for a debate. I was just having a conversation with you. But you ain't ready to debate. Jake. Uh-huh. Jake. Tell the conscious community, I'm putting cases on all you bitches. You think you can do this to me? Jake? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball at Pelican Bay. Shoot program, nigga. Ah! Shit. Hey, man. Don't make yourself no issue. It won't be nothing handled. Don't make yourself no problem. Won't shit be solved. Step up here tomorrow. You know what you mean. I'll roast your ass. Because the next thing I'm going to ask you, what cuneiform mean? Talk to me. Prove he wrong by proving to me that you know what the fuck you talking about to prove he wrong. I'm going to the refrigerator. I'm finna grab you a drink. Ain't shit in there. The fuck? Nigga, when the last time you looked in the refrigerator? I didn't. I just walked in here. I heard some other people talking about it. Nigga, I'm about to open this refrigerator right now. I want you to tell me what's in this refrigerator. I just said ain't shit in here. All right. Hey, come over here real quick. What? You see that? Yeah. You see how it's full of shit in there? Yeah. You're full of shit in there. Touch the shit out your chest. You're full of shit in there. In there. In that very location. Locationally. These niggas ain't tired yet. Stop fucking playing with me. You don't wonder why 19 key wrestling nigga get the fucking running? Bring your quantum physics claiming ass over here too. Yeah. Come on over here, Mr. Fourth State of Matter. Don't know what the fuck a easy zone was if it slapped you in the face, having ass nigga. Come on over here, cause we tired of that. We sick of that nigga right there. We sick of all y'all niggas. That boy said 6 was sick. Shit, man. We sick of that nigga right there. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, with helmets on. Think you finna get up in here and box with a guy. Your arms is way too short. And what's so crazy? I'm just little old me. Boy, you know what would have happened if this nigga would have stepped up and smoked the pops and said, well, before that nigga would have said the second word, pops, you know the etymology of well, right? I just want to stop you right there. Before you get into etymology of well, so when you're really saying well, what you're really saying, well, well. So, I just want to let you know that for you. Go ahead. Well, I should have said, shouldn't have is a violation, right? Huh? Yeah, Akashi Records. You know what? Y'all talking about the violation, So go ahead. Hello. You know hell is low, right? When you say hello, you're cursing somebody. You're saying hell is low. Yeah. Well, I'm a scholar. You know when you say you're a scholar, you're basically saying you're from hell. Schooler, Sheola. You come from Sheol. Skull, Show, Sheol. This is Ch or Shka, Show, Sheol. Grave. You know you say you're coming from the dead and you're a Shola, Schooler, Okay, when you going to graduate? I don't know what to say. Then why'd you say something? If you're in doubt, you do nothing, right? So if you don't know what to say, next time, don't say anything. All right, go ahead. Nigga just walk off. He's attacking me. That boy gonna be like, I don't feel safe. Safe isn't a feeling, it's a reality. It comes from the word salam, 3-part root, salam, right? So even when a Muslim says, you're not ready. You're not ready for him because you're not ready for me. And here go me. And where I'm at right now, I'm in Atlanta. That's him. Here go me. Here go me right there. You're not even ready for me. Where I'm at in Atlanta. That's him. However big Atlanta is, big old Atlanta, right? The little star in Georgia. Okay? Don't get confused now. That's perspective. Perspective. You should understand that. Here, Atlanta. You're not ready. Y'all are terrified of the amount of information he was able to put out, the books he was able to put out, the languages he's able to speak, the things he was able to build, the people he's been able to reach, the music industry he was able to infiltrate, not just by himself, but by so many of your favorite artists that you don't know what the fuck to do. So you say, well, I'm going to, I could have just stopped him. You saw when he first came on, I stopped him there, right? When he's like, this debate. I said, let me stop you right there. This is not a debate. I could have stopped him a million more times before he finished that sentence. After that, you said Nuwapianism. We can take this ism off. Matter of fact, we can take this eon off because you don't even know what damn time you're in. Stop talking about eons. Let's stop talking about ism because you don't know what that is either. You don't know what ism. What ism? You don't know what ism is. You don't know what ism. You don't know what is it. What is that? Start there. If you can answer me that without saying, well, you know what y'all believe. No. What the fuck is this? Break it down linguistically. Linguist. If you can't do that, sit your silly goose ass down. Sit your silly ass. I want to add you, but I'm tired of dealing with remedial. Okay, I'm gonna add you. But if I even get I don't want you to feel crazy, okay? Well, if you come on here and I even get a sense that I'm dealing with remediality, I'm just gonna kindly remove you. So don't feel bad. If you get on here and I feel a burp, a hint, a hiccup of degeneracy, I'm just gonna be degenerate, nigga, and I'm just gonna be generously pulling you up. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna send you the live. Go ahead. You ready? I'm gonna add you. But I swear before all the council. I swear before. All right, go ahead, speak.
I bet. So look, right? I ain't on her to act like I know more than the next motherfucker. I ain't on her to act like I know more than you, right? What you do and what you just did to the last motherfucker on your live, you was sitting acting like, oh, I'm respecting you and
There
I'm
is
respecting what you saying, but
absolutely no way. I'm
you
in
was
the
stop
middle
trying, bro,
of a
and then you
sitcom.
was talking over him too when he was talking.
There
You doing the
is
same thing
no
right now.
way that these people don't put me in the middle of a sitcom. There is no way this is life. There is no fucking way this man just hit a whole pound of helium. Don't do fucking drugs. I'm nigga been telling people that. Maybe I should have added that one in there. Out of the kindness of my heart, I could have done that. Why I leave them out there like that? All you helium chuggers. Ain't no way this is life. Bro, first of all, I just want to ask you something. Because you just did some bullshit. All right? Hold on, where you going? Why you walk off? Why is he black? First one to come out of the black guy. Anyway, you're not supposed to do that, and you're breaking the rules. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this anyway, because you're not going to stop me from expressing my soul. There's no fucking way they just played that damn joke on me. All this I done did. What did I do to deserve that? It ain't no way I gave a whole fucking. Can't say I'm not no prophet. You can't say I ain't got the gift of prophecy. There's no fucking way. Y'all didn't see me put the fuck. That was not a part of it. I didn't. That wasn't scripted. I couldn't believe it. At first, I thought he was gonna say, "Okay, I'm just playing." All right, let me talk to you. No, little Bill with a taper. Man came on his head. Okay, I want to talk to you because man, you don't take your itchy bitchy body. Boy, you sound like the antagonist of Friends. Oh shit. This nigga sound like the antagonist of Friends. Oh, and here I am trying to be a saint. They said saint. And put this nigga came on here and said
I'm trying to think of what's funny. Nothing's funny. Nothing funny. Bye. Bye. I'm just saying, what's funny? What's happening here? Hey, where'd it go?
I ain't go nowhere. I ain't go nowhere. I'm still right here. Bro didn't leave. I said bye. Y'all didn't believe me? That's good. Don't believe me. Check it out. I said, nigga, if you get on here and I even get a hint of it, I said, Bert Hiccup. That nigga came and talked on an elongated hip hop. Never heard that before. That was different to me. I ain't never heard somebody hiccup elongatedly. I said, what the fuck? Y'all ain't gonna put me up against a dolphin. Can't be a real dolphin. If it was a real dolphin, I probably would have lost. And nigga was, I said, what the fuck? And he said, I said, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me. You don't need to be worried about what's down nobody's throat. You need to do like, do like this. Damn, you just saved me. Yeah, nigga. I'm trying to figure out what the hell was going on since I don't like too. My voice ain't never changed. Yeah, the fuck? That's from going in the cookie jar where you were told don't do that. Fucked around. Blemish the shit out your larynx. Esophagus shredded. Nigga thought he was feminine his whole life. No, the fuck, you just was disobedient the beginning part. Just do like this. It'll be okay. Get the fuck what's in your throat out it. That don't got a throat. He got a throat. Boy, presentation in school for you? Well, that shit was hell, wasn't it?
For my talent show. Can y'all stop laughing at me?
You used to tell your teacher,
Can I sing tenor?
they said, no, we need soprano from you.
I didn't think we get that.
Can you go over there with the sisters?
I always have dreams about bass.
You gonna dream about bass for your whole life. That's the most high frequency nigga I ever met in my life. I should have never did it like that. I could have learned a thing or two. That nigga is high vibrational. They said that nigga straight from the ethers. My dumb ass kicked him off. One of these days, motherfuckers go see me.
One of these days, I'm gonna go sing the real.
You'll get your stupid ass out of here. Nigga sound like augmented reality audio. I ain't never heard this shit in real life. Shit, I couldn't believe it. And these the motherfuckers. Let me just say something real quick. Everything you say is quick. Add you back? No, sir. No, sir. No, because it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair. You got it. Can you leave now? Can you leave me the fuck alone so I can get a few less days in hell? Fucking with you. You done already got me sentenced. I'm trying to be a good citizen now. I'm doing community service. Can you please leave me the fuck alone so they don't sentence me longer? Damn. I'm trying to get parole. Shit, man. How the fuck you walk in here sounding like a fucking siren? Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. Next. Stop fucking playing with me. Y'all ain't ready for this shit. You don't know me. You don't know what I know. I've been man, please. Next. Yeah, we can't have me bullying no damn toddler on here. I ain't into that. Add me back though. You got all these knots in the camera and you know. Boy, stop, boy. Boy, stop. I don't feel bad even removing you out of here. You don't take your baby body ass off. A mosquito did try me today. You ain't what? I said off. Mosquito came in the motherfucker early on. I should have knew it was a sign. Big ass mosquito. I should have knew it was a sign. I should have knew it. Here go me not paying attention. Actively. Moving with ego. You're 20. You flip them letters around. No, the fuck you not. I'll flip them numbers around. What else? See, you rubbing off on me. Get the fuck off. You're rubbing off. You're rubbing off on me. That nigga here pleaded his case.
But I am 2-0. I just learned that, so
Unblock Sage of Sirius. He had questions. Who is Sage of Sirius? I ain't ready to unblock him right now, though. I'm on live. Call him. I ain't gonna be able to unblock his ass. Damn, I done blocked so many people. I ain't know there was a Sage of Sirius here. I'm blocking helium balloons. I'm blocking serious niggas. I'm blocking metaphysicists. Why the fuck am I doing this shit? I gotta stop my shit. Add me to the live phase 2. Add me to when do you see a 2 at? Benny Brazzy. Sis just wanted attention. Oh, ain't no way in the hell that was a girl the whole time. Oops. If it was. Yo, never mind. I ain't playing that game. Y'all finna get me messed up. All this shit I done work to get this platform. No, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Ain't gonna be clip farming me telling Mark Zuckerberg. Yo, just jumped in. What's the topic? Hey, man, the topic is on the top of the screen. Bring your smoke. The camera on the notebook. The eyes going to your voice told on you. You know, when people get nervous, their voice get high pitched. Every time you got pulled over, you got the ticket. You got the damn ticket.
I promise I wasn't doing it. I promise I turned my bleaker on.
The officer was like, okay, I believe. Sit tight. Do you have a resurrection? Well, you like niggas just walk around with that? I don't have none to spare. I don't know. Can you ask that a different way? My voice just high pitched. Oh, I ain't never realized that. Yeah. I love your confidence. How far are you on your music career phase? According to what length of distance did I have to travel? What answer am I supposed to give for that? Well, I started traveling. I traveled 100 meters north. What the fuck? In 20 seconds. So I don't know. V equals what? 100 meters, 20 seconds. Why the fuck do y'all keep fucking with me? What they equal? I don't know. Shit. 5 meters per second. Due north. I'm tired of y'all niggas, bro. How the fuck I'm supposed to answer that? How far are you? I don't fucking know, nigga. I'm this far. Damn. If Sally started, I don't give a damn about Sally. Or where she was at, her apples, none of that. How the fuck that got to do shit with me? How far along are you? Do I look the fuck pregnant? Tokyo Tony, what going on? Hey, Ultra Instinct. Nah. Can I ask a question there? Man, you don't get your goof ass on. Do you know who you was in the past life? Yeah? Yeah, I do. In my past life, and you ain't gonna believe that I know this, right? I was my mom and my dad. And when two people love each other very much, and now here I am. Phase Ultra Instinct 99. Phase 2, if you like it. Any other questions? In my past life, I was my mom and my dad. I can prove it. And now I'm here. Y'all better stop listening to each and everybody that y'all been listening to, and you better wake the fuck up. Nigga be talking about, I was Martin Luther King my last life. Why the fuck you came back? They weren't nice to you. You gave your whole life. They weren't nice to you. You wanted to work with the people. They said, we got you. Join the boule, become a mason. We're going to put you up in front of everybody, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was all good. Thought you could work your number. Realized once you got in the sciences into the societies, you're like, oh, shit, my people need to know this. So you went to sleep, had a dream, woke up. Niggas around you like, don't go tell that dream. You went and told it anyway. You started breaking down science as you said 100 years later, the Negro is still exiled in his own land. They say, what the fuck? This nigga talking about nationality? When we told you to do that? We tried to have a meeting with you. They tried to tell you, hey, man, you work for us. You don't ever forget that. So you start snitching. You start saying, yo, man, I feel like I integrated my people into a burning building. Da-da-da-da. Well, okay, they said, this nigga think he Hulk. So they like, all right, they start meeting with Malcolm X. They could have that. Then you did everything. You helped them realize you put your people in a burning situation, meaning you took people from a worse status to a worser one. You didn't even know that. It was grammatically correct at that point in time, especially in Montgomery. You took your people from a worse situation to a worse one, admitted it, and then guess what? They killed you. Why the fuck would you come back? And then you came back and you're no longer MLK? You a nigga that live in a trailer. Literally. Y'all think I'm making this up. This is real life. You live in a trailer, not with your moms. You're not only are you MLK, nigga said, I'm MLK. I said, okay, cool. I'm Michael. That's a lot. I can understand the correlation because Martin Luther King was Michael first. I get it. And I said, that's a lot to keep ending. I'm Melchizedek. I said, what the fuck? Who is this nigga? I'm Melchizedek, Michael, Martin Luther King, and I'm John. You are John. And I'm the Lord. I said, bro, you in the trailer. Screaming at the phone all day. Why the fuck you ain't out doing miracles and shit, getting shit? We need you. The hell is you on Instagram with me for? I'm not MLK. I'm not Michael. I'm not Melchizedek. I'm not John. I should be on Instagram. You sat here and went to this screen right here. You sat here and went to this screen as the Lord, the Creator himself. And you sat here and typed OG, Bando, Lando. And then you did your password. And then got on, opened up the screen and start yelling and telling and smelling. And no, Jesus. Get your silly bunking ass off this Instagram. We need you, nigga. It's too much shit going on out here. Yeah. All this pain and suffering and shit like that. A nigga gonna ask me about what the fuck I believe in. Nigga, Jesus was on the move. You rarely see that nigga walking around. Listen, even when the niggas was sitting there eating his shit, that nigga was still walking around. Don't believe that, pain. You ain't gonna tell me what the nigga gonna sit here and sit and say, one of you will betray me. That nigga was pacing like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna sit down and tell some niggas they gonna betray me. The hour has come. And you sitting still, I be pacing like a motherfucker. I be sitting there, here go the window. I be sitting there, here go Jesus. Arm behind my back. The hour has come. Ain't no way the hell I'll be sitting my ass down on one side of the table, too. That was weird. I'm just sitting on one side of the table. With y'all niggas. Talking about some one of y'all niggas is full of shit. That nigga was on the move. Everywhere he went, he was on the move. Shit, they talking about Jesus couldn't be touched. Shit, me. Jesus was just smart as hell. That nigga Jesus said some shit that pissed the Jews off. Everything else he said, they were cool with. Pick on them. So what did that nigga say? Oh, remember that nigga Abraham? They said, yeah, what about him? Oh, yeah, I predate that nigga. They said, fuck it. They started throwing stones. And that nigga didn't stand there. He said, we've got the fuck on. Talking about Jesus couldn't be touched. Jesus was smart. Hell, you said Jesus couldn't be touched. Joseph and Mary were laying their ass down. Here go Jesus. One of the angels came and was like, yo. Talk straight to that. Yo, get up. That nigga Harold tripping. He put a hit out on y'all niggas. He ain't just put a hit out on y'all niggas. He put out a hit out on everybody that's this nigga age and younger. You done got everybody killed fucking around. Go and leave and go to Egypt, nigga. That nigga Jesus didn't say shit me. That nigga G didn't say shit me going to Egypt. I'm gonna lay my ass right the fuck here. I'm cozy. I'm the child of God. Yeah, nigga ain't shit for that. But that nigga got the fuck on and Jesus didn't say nothing. Jesus was like, nigga, get me. I can't read. That nigga said, get me. Hit me up. I can't walk yet. I can't walk yet. But wait till I do, nigga. You gonna be amazed at what I can do. That nigga said, get me. Talking about Jesus couldn't be touched. Jesus could be touched. You just smart as hell. I'm tired of this shit, but why everybody keep fucking with me? We got MLK. We got some nigga came and say Prophet Moses. We got some nigga out here calling himself the prophet, not a prophet. Remember we just had to teach his ass yesterday? We had to teach his ass so bad it was crazy. I said, nigga, you don't know it's not spelled El Nebi? You don't know that? When you use this word, you don't know it's O? You don't know it's this instead? From right to left? You don't know that? I'm El Nebi. No, nigga, when you use prophet or Nebi, that's religious. It's not informal or dialective or dialectal. That's wrong. We got a lot of people we dealing with. Who else we dealing with? Remember Rashad Jamal? He wanted the creators of the universe. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, y'all embarrassing. Y'all embarrassing, bro. This shit embarrassing. Faise, I don't know why you calling out all these people. You can shine without calling out people. Excuse me. Here go y'all. Here go y'all niggas. Here go me. Here go the crowd. I say, will you move? They say no. So I blitz. And that's when niggas get to flying up. And the people just get to seeing niggas flying up as I'm blitzing. Ooh, ooh, oof, oof, oof. Like, Faise, you ain't have to do that. They wouldn't fucking move. They wouldn't move. You gotta fucking move out the way. I'm tired of all y'all nature boys. I am the Christ. I can prove to you I'm the Christ. Remember I told y'all nature boy told me? This nigga nature boy said he was the Christ. And he said, let me tell you what I was doing. And that nigga told me that he was a male stripper. I don't know how this would be shaped. That nigga told me he was a male stripper. I said, yo, what? Yeah, the men needed attention too. They need love, and the men don't get the love. So I was in a strip club. I was giving the men love. I said, they got regular strip clubs. What are you talking about? I've been to a strip club. All the niggas in there that ain't getting no love is the niggas ain't got no money. So you done went to the broke niggas talking about some, you need something? You good? I am the Christ. They gonna tell me his stripper name. I am the Christ. I can prove to you I'm the Christ. I don't want to see no pictures. I don't want to see no pictures. You talking about some, you don't get your goof ass. That don't have shit to do with it. I looked through the Bible after he told me that. I'm like, wait, can I just see what? The closest thing I said was Jesus. I seen Jesus say, pick up your fish. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. Nature boy, Eligio. He didn't mean that. He didn't say pick up your poles and become fishers of men. He said pick up your poles and become fishers of men. Damn it, Jesus. You got these niggas out here confused. I'm doing what's right. No. I said, how the fuck is this a real thing? This is a real thing. It's a real thing. Now coming to the stage, the Christ. They just pour a whole bunch of water down. That nigga get the moonwalking. That nigga come out with a remix verse. Something about the name G. G. That nigga walking serious in hell too. He gonna walk in serious in hell too. Look at left. Look at right. And pose. There's something about the name and pose. There's something about it. Oh, y'all getting me in trouble. You ain't going to hell with me. Shit, I deserve to be in hell. Damn. If that's how you escape, send me now. Send me now. Get the heat over with. I know fire burn out eventually. God damn it. Let's just go ahead and put me through it. You ain't gonna tell me that's the way to get in. I'm walking past on judgment and Jesus say, should have grabbed the pole. No, the fuck, Jesus. No, the fuck, I should have grabbed the pole. Fishers and men, I wrote it. You ain't gonna be telling me that. No. They ain't say that shit. Nope. Sending love back. Sending love back. Oh, shit, I'm trying to tell you something. Hey, Heavy, I just now seen your thing. Dropping it like it's hot. Oh, man. Nigga got a single to my, nail me to the cross. Cross. Nail me to the cross. Cross. Nail me to the cross. I lead you. Why you lead you? Nigga tried to recruit me. I just want to see what you said. Resend. Hey man, I got you. Nail me to the cross. That nigga had a nerve to be like, let me tell you what I was doing. I thought he was gonna tell me some like philanthropy work. Heavy, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Man.
Listen, you're a better one than me, brother. You're a better one. You're a better one than me.
That's motivating. Cause I
Yeah.
ain't know how I was doing up here.
No, I mean, I get why you do it. I know you get a lot of people that come through. They just want to hear the teaching. But people got to understand sometimes the teaching is just in the discourse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The teaching, sometimes you get the ultimate lesson. Y'all looking for the breakdown and all these ways, but the real lesson was right there.
Yep.
How many times y'all think that you really know it and you really
Yep.
don't know it? You just did some
Yep.
research and you just won't admit I was wrong. I don't know. I looked it up. That information could be wrong.
Yep.
You know? And that's ultimately what it was. Because once he said, I got this information from anything or anyone that wasn't connected to Nuwapian,
Yep.
then he did his own self a
Yep.
disservice. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's true. That was embarrassing for anybody who coming on that same angle. And my thing is, I look at people that be in the comments and I say, okay, you ready? You in the comments, you might as well go live with me. And he was telling people that I deleted one of his comments. He said I did it because I was scared. No, I deleted it because it was too much shit. It was too much. You was going against Malachi. I said, listen, come on live. We ain't been. I'm in control of my algorithm. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't gonna have a bunch of people being confused. No, come on live and let's deal with it in real time. You ain't just gonna flood this shit. So I deleted them comments. He was flooding with bullshit. I said, come on live. I challenge you. And he came on live. I was ready to challenge him on what he said he was, a metaphysicist. We didn't even get to that. There has been no smoke. Somebody said, where the smoke at? There has been none. There has
What
been none.
did he mean? What did he mean by he was a metaphysicist?
You gotta ask him.
Oh, okay. I missed that
I ain't
part.
get to ask him.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, we didn't get to that part. But
Because
again,
I even want to know what an agent is
right,
based off of how people use it.
right. Well, I know that according to the linguistics of it, an agent is someone that does a thing.
Right.
It means to do.
Right.
Okay. What? Then everybody's an agent because everybody be doing shit. another context or the meaning would be saying someone that's sent to do a thing, someone that comes in with a mission, like a messiah
Right.
or like a spy or like the plumber. So I don't know.
Wait, you may have hurt somebody, Faze. You just said Jesus was an agent.
Yeah, Jesus was an agent. I'm literally working on a book. I'm not lying. My book I'm working on right now is literally called Jesus Was an Agent.
Right.
I'm so serious. You know what I mean? And somebody said, well, what if Rashad Jamal lied? Why they cut his YouTube video parts out? Probably to save space. Probably to save
Y'all know
space on their
what?
mainframe because he wasn't talking about shit.
And when you know when information is like overtly erroneous, Instagram and YouTube and things do have a right to say, okay, we're not going to allow this to
Yep.
be placed out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not always a conspiracy theory. Sometimes people just come with information that's so wayward that is like, no, you can't even put this shit
Right.
up.
I've seen that happen. I've seen them monitor certain keywords and stuff like that. Y'all really think this man was teaching something that the government was like, we got to stop this? He did the government that y'all talking about. If that's the boogeyman, he did them a favor. Because
What was the information that was so
boom,
disruptive that he gave out that the government said, no, we just gotta go
boom,
for him. He's the one. He's the guy.
boom. And then I did what people don't do, and I investigated. I went past all the hoopla, and I went and talked to his baby's mother,
Mm-hmm.
who was able to have conversation. She even told me, she said, listen, if you want to, you can talk to my daughters. That was her merit to me after us having the talk. And she was like, I never brought any cases against Rashad. When he put his hands on me, this is what she was saying. When he abused me, when my daughter had to get him up off of me, all that, I never brought any cases against him. But when my daughter came and told me this, that's where I drew the line at. Okay, she's not the government.
Right.
That's not the government. She ain't the government. And one of the first things she said when I reached out to her was, my daughter is going through stuff with this, that, and the third, mental issues, stuff like that, and suicidal thoughts, stuff like that. We're getting her help. I do accept donations. I just want to let you know that before we do the live. The government didn't pay her. You see what I'm saying? She worked for the government and she didn't get paid for her actions. She didn't get taken care of for her actions. No, she's not the government. You don't know who to believe. That's why you have to check your abusive nature toward women and stop thinking that the women are automatically lying, all while saying you don't know who to believe when you think there's a shadow of a doubt that the man is telling the truth. If you don't know who to believe, don't jump on anybody's side. You don't have the facts. You don't have the truth. You weren't there to witness any conspiracy. You didn't see any of that. Then you don't know this. Why y'all attack her then? Because what if she's telling the truth? Not her alone. Any of y'all talk to her daughter? I promise you, my whole life, I can call her and talk to her daughter. Not based off of she know me, but the approach that I had toward her and the situation. And she was so nervous about it because she see all these people been attacking her for all these few years, and they just attack and they send death threats and they I see how y'all doing the brother myself, who's challenging what he's teaching. I can only imagine what y'all to put her through. And y'all never once thought to yourself, if a man can be abusive toward women in any way, if a man can scream at the screen, somebody a bitch and this, that, and the third, if a man can stand in the middle of Publix and cuss one of our elder women out, call her a bitch, say she a house Negro, all of that, and get that aggressive with one of the elders, you don't think it's possible that the abusive nature is already there. Man can talk about how he would kill the kids. I'm killing kids and everything. Ain't no rules of war. I'm gonna kill your kids. That we ain't even at that war. For you to even have the mentality right now, you have an abusive tendency toward children. Y'all can't see that though. I'm not saying anybody was telling the truth. I'm saying I took it further than any of y'all want to admit that y'all didn't take it further to the level, the thing. I took it further than y'all, and I went to the person, and she offered. I didn't accept and talk to her daughter. I gave them their space and their privacy. She offered and extended it to me. I'll let you talk to my daughter. You can talk to her. You can talk to my daughters. She had other daughters that experienced different type of abuse. What she would have done if I would have brought the daughters on? We talked because some of them older now. I brought them on. They would have talked, or I would have asked her if I could pull some of the things that they say and put it up. What would y'all done then? You would have said the children are lying, and the children are dealing with real mental health situations now, according to what she said. So I said I gave her the opportunity. She came on. We spoke. We did a whole live. We did 2 lives. The second one, she broke down and cried on the live, and she wasn't crying about even just the situation with the child. She cried about when she was getting choked out and he put a gun to her head. She broke down and cried. If you can look at that and say she's lying, knowing you don't have any type of association with her, the child, Rashad, you just look and just automatically say she's lying, the child lying. You're being biased toward the man that you're a fan of, and your abusive nature toward women is reaching up out your chest. So you're gonna bash her. What you got, Haley?
Now, I got a question because I've had, let's see, in the past day or two, I probably have 5 people come to me about this. So I don't know if it's a big thing or you've heard it before, but it's pertaining to you, right? Okay. You have certain people that believe that you are going at nothing but people in our community, right? And why don't you go? I want to read this comment because someone just put it in the comments too. I see. Oh, that's One God. Okay, One God, I see you. I'm gonna address it. That's why I'm bringing it up because I know y'all. He says, so you'll spend hours down talking fellas black, huh? Okay, LOL. Right. So basically, you spend a lot of your time down talking your black brothers, but I guess that I'm assuming they're saying you're not talking about white people. So why would you spend so much time talking about the brothers and not about the white people? This is an easy answer to me, but it's not my thing.
I always say that. I've answered that. I've answered that. There are a lot of ways I can't answer it in this moment. Firstly, you don't know me. I talk about
Right.
everybody and everything. It's just your ears only perk up naturally. I mean, not even just naturally. It's just based off of your nature, okay, of bias and what you're attracted to and what you're already a fan of and what you feel like you have to defend because you're a fan. Your ears only perk
Right.
up when I mention the stars that you worship. Your ears only perk up when I mention people that you follow and you think these are our quote unquote brothers. You never asked me if that was my brother. You never asked me if I did the investigation to figure out whether or not they were my brother. I'm not talking about just biologically or through bloodline. I'm talking about whether or not these people have the same intentions as I do. I'm not marrying somebody as being my brother as them having melanin dominant skin, where the most damage and danger that myself, my family, any of us been in this world, and we've stayed in all kind of neighborhoods. We stayed in neighborhoods in Athens, Georgia, all predominantly Caucasoid, right? I stayed in neighborhoods where it was predominantly Mexican. I've stayed in or Hispanic. I've stayed in neighborhoods where it was predominantly melanin dominant people. Guess who causes the most harm to one another from my experiences? Melanin dominant people. So I'm saying I'm not going to merit you based off of what you look like. I'm going to merit you based off your works. So if me challenging the works of people who are in the way of me reaching certain people, which you're claiming is just the melanin dominant people because you don't know me. Anybody who's been with me, I say my mission is not a race mission. I got people in my inbox, DM, text messages from all walks of life, all ethnicities. People, somebody just messaged me that's of the Caucasoid origins. Say, yo, you have changed my life and my children's life. They're one of the biggest supporters, and they're Caucasian. You want to know how they can be one of the biggest supporters? And they're Caucasian because I don't have any hatred for them. Y'all run people away based off of what they look like, and you bring people on based off of what they look like. You got this this DEI mentality. Not understanding that it's dead and it's not in motion. No, I don't just challenge, and I don't just challenge the little people in y'all conscious community that y'all call leaders. I've challenged the record execs, the labels, Hollywood as a whole, faculty, staff, all of that. I've challenged the movie producer. I challenged the Biden administration, all these people that was with them. I challenged these people over here. I challenged Aleister Crowley. I challenged the Wiccans. I challenged everybody. You just see me challenging some of your favorites, and you don't want to say, I'm a fan of these people. Can you please stop embarrassing them? They have the opportunity. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say no. You're hitting it on the head, because sometimes I just tell people, if there's a conviction like that, maybe that's your mission.
There you go.
You know, that's your mission. You have the conviction for it to be that way. You know, that's your calling. I think that you got to respect the path that people choose to walk and the way that they express themselves. Like for me, like when I see you going at whoever, whether it's the baby or goddamn 21 Savage, I mean, I know the intentions
Right.
of this. I know that these people hold a certain sway in our
Boom.
community, you know. So it's and if I do consider them my people, why would I not deal with the people that are in my community first?
Real quick.
Why would I?
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Name a white artist that has influence and pull over our youth. All right, influencing them to commit murders, kill each other, wear ski masks, go out and drive and do drills, drive-bys, all of that, walk downs, anything. Name one Caucasian artist
Drake.
that has that influence.
Drake.
That's funny.
The,
But they're not influenced by Drake in any type of way.
no, yeah, they're not influenced by Machine Gun Kelly. You're not influenced. I mean, Eminem doesn't
we
spit
look at
bars
them like
like that.
cornballs.
Right,
No disrespect to
right.
these
So
rappers, but our generation and younger, my generation and younger, we don't what y'all are asking me to attack Caucasian rappers for what? What have they
no, which
influenced?
ones? That's the real question. Which ones? Point them out.
Yeah, show me.
Point them out.
Show me who it is that right now got the ear of the youth, and they got people out here drilling and doing all this other stuff. No, but King Von, that's a big problem. Nobody is listening to Jack Harlow in my generation,
No,
changing their whole way of life. All to stop playing.
we didn't say name a white rapper, because we know that's what y'all gonna do. We gonna all pull out the typical five. We're saying that has the influence that actually the youth are following, and that they're using that lingo, and that they're
I'll
talking
name
like
the
that.
ones who they do follow and who got the look right now. King Von for a very long time activated the youth on demon time, made it everybody wanted to go on drills, all kind of stuff, and wanted to repeat the Chicago lingo. They didn't even look at Lil Durk as a powerful influence as they did as King Von. They took Lil Durk as a joke. They took King Von as the real thing, and everybody wanted to be
Now
like him.
you know the inverted form of him is Little Uzi Vert.
And nobody took him serious. We didn't even listen. We didn't even want Lil Uzi Vert to be a part of our music scene. They pushed Lil Uzi
Yep.
Vert on us through one song. Remember that song? This is how they got Lil Uzi Vert over to the hood,
Bad it.
to where
Yep.
niggas to even know. Bad and bougie. We didn't know who that was. Always like, my nigga, back to the bone. We like, who the fuck is this weird ass nigga? We didn't know who that was. Still don't have no influence at all.
And,
Only ones he
and
influenced
what's
is
that?
suburban niggas.
And what's sad, Faise, is we can sit here and we can do this all day with rappers that
all
in our
day.
community.
All day. So
Even the
y'all want me to go
unsigned.
over there and fuck with this guy. Why you ain't say nothing to Justin Bieber? You talking about as long as you love me. You talking about him? You talking about baby. You talking about him? Nigga, when we were listening to him, because we were. 4th and 5th grade, niggas was listening to him. You want to know what we were doing? We was dancing at the parties in school with our fruit punch in our cup. And we was everybody wanted to, it's going to be one less lonely girl. Everybody was on that. You want to know who they sat on us after that? This nigga. You want to know who they sat on us after that? This nigga. This nigga got us on drugs real bad. Niggas still trying to recover from that. And a lot of niggas don't even know they need to kick it. And a lot of niggas gonna die.
They're actually reversed. Future was before 21.
Yeah. Future was way before 21 Savage. When they dropped Future on us, I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, Future was doing R&B, like kind of like damn.
You got people that's around you. Yeah, when Future first came out, he could pronounce words kind of. Like he you know, he talked like he had his mouth hung open, but we kind of understood it, and it was the lingo of the hood. But then that Dirty Sprite shit got pushed, and when that Dirty Sprite shit got pushed, it became more about drugs. Abu, Abu. They start sipping lean. And after the sipping lean, niggas starts making songs like Mask Off because we already got hooked on them. And Mask Off and Stick Talk had niggas on bullshit for a whole 2 summers. And mind you, around that same time, we was just trying to figure out what was going on with the 21 Savage algorithm, where everybody went from niggas that was trying to make real music and talking about their life and struggles, and all of a sudden they turned into red ops regurgitationalists. They turned into drillers. Everybody wanted to flash guns in the cameras now. What Justin Bieber
Watch
didn't do
this.
none of that. Jack Harlow didn't do none of that.
Look at the alchemy of this. Music went from hymns to soul.
Yep.
Then it went to a metal. Then it went to a rock.
Yep.
And then it went all the way down to Stick Talk.
And then we got hit with this. This hit us hard. Young
The
Boy hit us hard.
alchemy of it.
That hit us hard. They had him, Jada Youngin, a few niggas. They hit us hard. I remember the young niggas that were 13 years old walking around with bulletproof vests on that they got from the West End Mall.
Yep.
Right?
Knowing it couldn't stop a slingshot.
Couldn't stop a slingshot. But now, guess what? They listen to the young boys, so get what else they need now? They need a gun now. They need a gun on their hip. They got bulletproof vests. But that's boring because young boy said he killing and drilling niggas. So now you're not beefing with nobody no more. Now you need ops. So we're not even dealing with gang violence in the streets no more. We just dealing with individualized violence. Niggas ain't even grouping together to commit crime. Niggas just committing crimes on one another, picking each other off individually. And if you got a problem with somebody, you got to shoot them. They have this new trend that was going on for a while. It's still going on. It's faded a different way. But it's a new trend amongst the young brothers from 15, 16, 17 up to like 20, where they record each other. They'll go live. They'll get on live. And they'll record a lynching. And they get lynched, get pistol whipped, beat up. That's they op. They'll say fuck this, say fuck that, say this, do that, dance, da da da, and they'll beat the nigga to sleep, kill him sometimes. And
Are you serious?
I'm so for real. Why would I? You can go look up what I'm saying. I'm so for real.
No.
That you remember the lynch mob?
Yeah.
This is the real
Planet of the
mob.
Apes.
Lynch mob wasn't a real thing. I mean, lynch mob was a real thing. Them rappers weren't really the lynchers. Lynch mob really exists. But this the real lynch mob. They don't have NWA no more where you entertain. They went to the hood and got the delinquent youth or the troubled youth or the disenfranchised youth, that they call it, or the impoverished youth or the less affluent youth, and they put guns in their hands, deals in their hands, money in their hand. Same thing Yumbo was saying. He was 16. They gave him millions. They said, go out and destroy more people. And he became influential. And he even said it on one of his interviews on Billboard. He said, all these people out here committing murders because of me. So y'all saying I'm clout chasing when I make a letter to Young Boy, but he come out and address and say exactly what I said. Same thing with they said, don't write a letter to Kodak. You clout chasing. I wrote the letter to Kodak Black. Kodak Black got me on a live and said, yo, I love you. I got love for you, Faise One. You the reason why I'm sober. Y'all need to listen to Faise. Y'all need to listen to him for y'all own sake. Da 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 da. Okay, we reaching people. People are able to make certain changes so they're not influencing our community. A lot of y'all ain't being influenced because y'all in the house. A lot of y'all are elders,
So
are older than the younger people. You're trying to tell me about who not to call out. Okay, my generation and younger are not influenced to harm and destroy ourselves by Justin Bieber, Jack Harlow, Machine Gun Kelly, Eminem, none of these people.
here's the thing. Someone said Chicago started drill. Which one of our communities started community gardening?
Mm.
Which one of our cities started the first black airline service?
Come on.
Which one was the first city to start the black AI company?
Come on.
Which was the first city to start? See, we can't do that. We want to brag about violence. We are the only people, right? Brothers, black men are the only people that can't walk anywhere outside of their neighborhood safely. And
Not
even in their neighborhoods, they're not
safe.
safe sometimes. You go into the next black neighborhood over.
Yes.
You got brothers asking you where you from, who you with, who you know, why you here. That's just the next block over. We're not talking about the next city. You got niggas talking about you got to check in. Who else? What other race of people talk like this? What other race of people are a threat to their own people to this capacity? You know, the number one thing that women have to protect themselves against
What is it?
is the number one thing that's supposed to protect them?
They men.
Ain't that something? Women have to train their daughters how to protect themselves from men,
Yeah.
the thing that was meant to protect them.
Yeah.
Not show them how to fall in line so that they can be protected, but show them how to protect themselves against them.
And every time we turn on our phones, there's another rapper done beat on one of their girlfriends, or women getting killed on live by they melanin dominant. But so does this answer your question?
Oh, I already knew the answer. I just think that sometimes clarity for others is
Y'all
divine.
want me? It's a backwards ass question. I know it's not your question. It's a backwards question because you're telling me to leave the community I'm in, where we're damaging each other, and go to these other people's community and clean theirs up, and abandon the one that I'm in. That's backwards. No, it doesn't stop at the rappers. They were a problem. A lot of them are still a problem, and it'll be handled because time will tell. And the stronger the platforms like mine become, the more they will be outnumbered. So we got to call their name. And I don't understand this. This is what you're telling me. It was loud out here. Chaos, drill music, and all of y'all was screaming back and forth. Cool people like Whack 100, all of y'all. I remember them clubhouse days. Y'all screaming, it's not going to change. This is how it's going to be. I fought for it to change. You're going to act like it didn't happen. I went to war with it. Y'all don't want to say I did it, but you'll let D1 come out here. I'm not going to claim colorism, but you'll let D1 come out here, call out 3 people, and disappear. And then dance. And you wanted a Disney phase. You got a Disney phase. Y'all supported them. Sway brought them on the show. Everybody looked and they said, this is revolution. But me, I'm calling out all of the ones who are causing the problems. No, the real problem is y'all love these devils, meaning y'all love the opposers of order. Y'all love drama. You love people going out and talking about how they robbing the kid. You love the hardcore music, the 808s and the banging. You love drill, hammer, all that. You love going to the club and getting fucked up and slammed and all the demonic violent shit, chaotic shit. You love that. And somebody coming in with the proper noise, the true noise, the right noise, you say, I'm too loud. But that noise wasn't too loud. So if you got a problem with me calling people out, I suggest you retire your ears. Because it was me calling people out. That's how you found out who I am. And a lot of people on here, they found me through me saying, no, this ain't right, and we're not standing for it. And they said, you can't do that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to change. I said, let me show you something you ain't never seen before. They said, what is that? I said, behold. I lit a candle. I said, I'm not asking you to believe in this. I don't want you to think this is a real thing. I just want you to look at this candle. They said, okay, what are you going to do with this candle? I said, oh, I'm not going to do anything with it. It's already lit. What's going to be done, I won't have anything to do with it. I said, but I want you to watch. After I light this candle, this is real. I said, I want you to watch the industry, and I want you to watch how many of their rappers about to disappear. Nigga said, yeah, all right. It didn't take long. A week would pass, and pillar after pillar after pillar after pillar after pillar after pillar after y'all don't remember? 2020. Drop, 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 drop. I said, and then it started happening so often, people started hitting me up. They was on Clubhouse. They said, yo, Faise, you heard about this person? Faise, you heard about that person? And my response to them every time they asked me that, I said, keep watching. I said, didn't I tell you? And then behind the scenes, what was I doing? Making music. Some music I ain't even drop. I have a whole album. This is real life. I have a whole album that wasn't even for the release. It's hard as hell. Please tell me why I wouldn't release it. It wasn't even for that. It's called Pick Up Your Industry. I literally wrote the album, recorded the album, and did a secret concert or a pro cert that was digital. And only the people who sent a donation in, I think that was 2021, 2022, or I think 2021. Only the people that sent something in for it got the access. Only 130 something people saw it. I could have easily still dropped the album. I still got it to this day. The album was prophecy, if you want to use those words. I said, you're going to see this. I had a song called Feds Did a Sweep. That happened. You got the right to remain silent. I was talking about the song called Mirandize. My hood just too tired of your violence. We finna take control of our projects. Source. Take their ass to court. That happened with YSL, all of them, right? I said, the no more, the no tires. I said, pressure. I ain't too concerned about no pressure. I keep extra. Think he Biggie? Think he Billy Bad, Goat Killer, really that? I said, yo, what it say? We sending ghosts to hit up their shows. It's something that hit enter through the roof. I would tell my shit niggas don't know nothing about. One of the songs you hear me literally screaming, whoa! I said, this, that, whoa! I said, you don't know nothing about that? Relax. You don't know what this is. I never released the album. Then I told people out in the public, I said, now watch. Then I did a video on Instagram. It was called How to Cast Spells on the Wicked. They're going to act like they didn't see this stuff. And I was on the back of a car. Literally, I was writing on the back of a car. Okay, I had some candles. I had a voodoo doll, all of that. All right? I stood on top of a rock. I was all kind of stuff. I had the Mars candle, all kind of stuff. I had the chimes, and the song called Prayer was saying, if you're not working with God, then you're working for the devil. And the song like, yeah, close the mouth up in the path of den. Call down the angels and we split on all the Santa friends. He slide by, shoot the scene, and then they pan again. You wonder why? Because we ain't dying by the hands of men. The new Jesus, they killed the last one. I'm standing in. I don't fuck with fishes. I'm that nigga that they can't offend. I pray to God I don't step on me some Atlanta men, but fuck a prayer like that candle up and chant again. I get to speaking in them tones, get to channel in. Hope they don't think I'm just no rapper. I'm really a warlock, really be playing with Caspers. Ho, keep your door locked, you fucking with a master. And I got a keys, I got a password. I got a key. And listen, niggas didn't know what was happening. I said, I want more rappers dying than last year. I want more niggas disappearing right now. I delete them right now. Hey, I say, better tell them pussy niggas better pipe down. Or you get strike down. This my town. I'm taking over. Pray to God that I say they struggle me, they break their shoulder. I pray to God that they see me in a nightmare. I pray to God, they try to pray to God, and I'm right there. They dying. See if I care. Fuck the music industry. Yeah, close the mouth up in the panther den. Call down the angels and we slid on all the Santa, and then them niggas dropped. One by one. Odd happenings. It ain't, you can't even, what can you tie me to? Because I said it. And they don't know that if I do it again, it'll happen again. And then what? Everybody saying, oh, you being mean. Everybody's trying to shut me down. Oh, that's evil. Why would you wish death on people? Da. I said, keep watching. And then what happens? Kendrick Lamar come out with a song, right? He calls it Watch the Party Die. Every nigga that was talking shit, saying I shouldn't be targeting the rappers and I shouldn't be hitting them and da. They got on their knees and all you heard was slurping sounds. Soon as the nigga Kendrick drops some shit and called it Watch the Party Die, everybody drops it and all you heard was slurping. What the fuck is that slurping sound? And the nigga Kendrick was saying kill the killers. Watch them. We want them to die. Da. Nobody said that's mean. You see? So y'all pick and choose, but that's fine. You're not going to stop me. If you were going to stop me, Rashad Jamal said when I challenged him, I never challenged him as a person.
With people challenging the information, because ultimately challenging the information is also challenging the spirit of the man, right? And the spirit of the thing, right? So if I like I look at, and I always say this, I see myself as Elijah on Mount Carmel. That's how I see myself. I see myself as, if your God is real, prove him.
Like this on fire for me.
If it's real, hey, you say you're God, I'm gonna
put water over mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna soak it. No, I'm gonna trench it 3 times. I'm gonna do it 3 times. Yeah,
Light it on fire.
trench it 3 times. Yeah, now light it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I am with it. If your God be God, then let's get down to it. A lot of you guys are listening to people tell y'all they're gods, and you know good and well that they are not gods. Or what is a god to you? Have we minimized a god to the degree to where a god is oppressed, to where someone can have their foot on the neck of God?
Yeah.
Like is that we are? To where God is bound to financial burdens?
Come on.
Is that God? Like is this what we're gonna relegate God to, that realm, to a broke nigga who confused?
Come on.
Like if that's what we doing, then that's fine. But that is a very limited reality. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a very limited reality.
Yeah. And again, like when I said with that candle, I don't care if you believe me. I remember talking to the people that was on Clubhouse. They're like, man, all right, whatever. I said, well, what are you gonna do when you start seeing it happen? I said, I don't want y'all to believe me. I don't care nothing about that. Just watch. And then it happened, and it kept happening, and it hasn't happened to the degree in which it did when I did it. But I'm telling you again, if I did it again, it would happen. What's the point here? The point here is I didn't say I'm about to go out there and try to join the music industry, act like I give a damn about what they got going on so I can come and help everybody. No, I said, fuck the industry. We're going to tear it down. Right? Everything starts to work in the favor of the one with the authority, the pen in their hand. I got the pen in my hand. I don't care what they say. Now, drill ain't powerful. The only issue we dealing with is if these people would have helped, and they didn't. If these people would have helped, we wouldn't be dealing with this thing. If people wouldn't have fought me for them years, some of y'all just showing up. You're not warriors. You pick a viral moment to show up. All right. You got people like 19 kids, they're walking the streets. They're like, I'm with the Mexicans. You go home to your luxurious house. You don't get deported with them. You understand that? You don't endure their detainment, how they're enduring and the separation of their family. You don't do none of that. But you go out there and you record. And everybody says, oh, he's with the people. And then you go home. And you're not going to help any of these people. Literally, you can't do anything about it. You know you can't do anything about it, but it's a good publicity stunt. So unless there's a publicity stunt, y'all don't show up for war. I've been fighting. I said this was going to happen before it happened. This wasn't a thing when I was screaming and asking everybody, yo, we got to outlaw drill music. Now the music has stopped, but we got to still deal with the reality of what the music has influenced our youth. Now what are y'all going to tell me? I said we got to stop it. It's just music. Now you can't do shit with them. They're terrorizing the shit out of you. It's just music. They look like the favorite rappers that they have. They dress like them. They wearing the ski masks like the Chicago niggas. They don't got regular guns, heavy. They got shit called switches.
And I love it. I love it. You know why? Because I
Why?
want all you gods to get out there and
And do
transform
something
that
about it.
YN.
Do something about it.
Transform that YN.
Come on.
Like because this is when the real power comes in. Because everybody wanna, move things telekinetically. And I tell you, y'all wanna know what real movement is? I can take my words and move 1,000 people.
Come on.
My words can move 1,000 people.
Come on.
Now, if you move an object, if you can levitate a lamp and
Or
move it
blow
to the
over a
other
water
side of
bottle.
the room, but you can't change a person's heart or change their mind to elevate them, then what good is you being able to move that lamp across the room? So I want all the gods and all the people that talk manifestation, affirmation, and I'm God and I can do all this. Well, I need for y'all to go join hands, go to the streets, and get out there and combat these YNs. Turn them into saints. Turn them into saints.
And what's
How
so
many?
interesting
How
is
many? How many? How many niggas? How many YNs do it take to take down one righteous man?
and you ain't gonna be able to do it without authenticity,
Yeah.
because they gonna smell it on you. These ain't no joke. They gonna smell
Yep.
it on you. They worse than niggas in prison. They gonna smell it on you. But see, what's so crazy is these young brothers, they were going to be warriors regardless. We can't sit here
Yep.
and talk about them without talking about who came before them, us.
Yep.
And like I said, what song was it? I said something to the effect of, if we don't get it right, we can't blame our babies. Oh yeah, I have a song. It's an old song. It's called My Vision. I was 15, I think, when I wrote it. My Vision. It's up there on YouTube. Faise One. My Vision. You're gonna see me surrounded by purple light. I've been on this. You're gonna see me with a big ass unk on my chest. I've been on this. And in the song, I said, message to the future. I said something to the effect, I can't remember the lyrics right now. I said, if we don't get it right, it's our fault. Yeah, I said, yeah. If a message to the future, if we don't get it right, it's our fault. We ain't placing no blame. Ain't no blame on the babies. We gonna need our babies. We gotta be careful what we feed our babies. I said, Pharaoh may be different, yo, but he not crazy. I promise that I do this out of love. Another thing, Before y'all had a Young Pharaoh pop out, that was me. I had Pharaoh Clan. I was the one everybody was calling Pharaoh out here. And then when this Young Pharaoh person popped out, we were like, who is that? Where did he come from? But again, y'all can call it what y'all want to call it. My stuff is documented all the way through. I didn't just start doing this. I've been calling out rappers. I called out Young Thug when I was like 13. I have a song called Pipe Down. I put it on SoundCloud. I was talking about Thug in there. I talked about Drake. I'm calling out all these people. I said, yo, we got to stop this stuff. I said, y'all don't understand. I said, y'all rappers going to be extinct. I literally said that when I was 13. I said, y'all going to be extinct. We're not going for it. Most of y'all would have stopped and switched to becoming a pianist by the time you were 14. Y'all didn't know what y'all were doing at 13, 14. I never let go of the rope. So we can't blame me. We can't blame them. They were going to be warriors. We didn't give them a cause. Y'all let entertainment. Come on, Ab. What have you say? Y'all let entertainment.
Yep.
Y'all let entertainment stop you from seeing what was reality. You couldn't discern between entertainment and what was really going on. And then every time I attempted to bring up, it's going to get worse if we don't stop this. Y'all said it's just entertainment. It's just music. You're doing too much. You're taking it too deep. No. Now look. So you're right. They will have to transform. The only thing that could transform these people now is authenticity. They have to be able to see that, yo, first of all, you dealing with 14, 15. These people got bodies, murders. You're not going to be able to just take them from this state over here, experiencing all that trauma and murder, and say, I want you to look into cryptocurrency. I want you to bank with me. I have a black bank. I'm going to save you, brother. You can't just say, here, put on this Unity jacket. Everything's going to change. Now go home back to the same jungle where niggas shooting at you for crossing the street. You're not going to be able to just take these people and place them in a fake reality you call them pro-black shit. No. You're going to have to give these warriors a cause. You have to be able to show them where to invest that raw-ass energy. Other than that, they just going to do what? They're going to keep terrorizing y'all. Generation after generation. And we lose. And this reality is going on, and y'all want me to stop. Y'all want me to stop what I'm doing and go talk to Grant Cardone? He doesn't claim to be one of the 23 elders that created the cosmos. Why the fuck I'm talking to Grant Cardone? He's a financial lyricist. He ain't doing shit but doing what the fuck businessmen do. I'd rather talk to 19 Keys, who claim he's going to take people to an ascended level of consciousness. I'd rather talk to him because that's more interesting. Hey, can I talk to you about that? That nigga said, block. Because he knew better. Because once you come over here, you see what happens when niggas get on live? My method, y'all ready? My method, I'm not here for this. I'm not here to debate. That's not my method. Okay? My method is right here. My power is in this. The question. I'm going to ask you some shit. I told y'all on the clubhouse days, one of the worst things niggas used to have to endure with me. They used to hate hearing this shit. When I come in their room, I used to teleport into niggas' rooms. Everything was shift when I came in. All I would come in and say to whoever was the lead speaker spewing whatever they was spewing was, let me ask you
Ask a question.
a question. Let me ask you a question. If I say, let me ask you a question, that ain't going to give them anxiety. That was too easy. So I said, let me ask you a question. Yo, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Rod Hayes about Anunnaki. I said, let me ask you a question. What's going on with them right now? What do you mean, Faye? Oh, you were talking about Enlil and Inky and their children, all the bloodlines? Yeah. Where they at now? What's going on with them now? I don't know how to answer that, Faze. Okay, so you don't know what you're talking about. Why so you believe in Anunnaki? You believe in Anunnaki? You know what's happening right
let
now?
me see what I don't know your crowd that well, Faze. I just want to know who, for the listeners, who is the Anunnaki? I just want to see what type of crowd I'm
Come on,
amongst. Who is the Anunnaki?
let's play. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm waiting on y'all.
Yeah.
He asked y'all a question. He asked y'all a
Yeah,
question.
I just gotta.
What's y'all answer? He asked y'all a question. Let's do it. Who the Anunnaki? Somebody said they don't know. Good answer.
I love it.
Some of us.
I'm a. I'm gonna follow you 144
Some of
Ote.
us.
Some of
All
us.
right. Somebody say some
Okay.
of us.
Some of us. Okay. Okay.
Uh, somebody says what? Okay. Somebody else say I don't know. I don't know, gang.
Haven't met them to
I
my
don't know.
remembrance. I like that.
Y'all
Haven't met them.
copying off other people's paper
Okay.
by saying I don't know.
Beings from the sky.
Who said that? I don't see that.
Tafari Ali
Where?
said that. I don't know.
I probably don't just see. I just don't
I'm
see the
probably
comments.
back. I'm taking my time. Yeah. So you got haven't met them. You got beings from the sky.
Okay.
You got uh according to the text, they're a celestial race of beings. Celestial race of beings. Okay. And
Whoever said those who Anu sent in groups of 50, you know a little something. I'm gonna have to talk to you in a second.
yeah, we're gonna get there. Someone said angels who came to earth. Okay.
Okay.
And then, oh, wow. Someone said ancient Sumerians.
Okay.
And someone said the giants who roam the earth.
Okay.
And what else we got? Ones who fell to the earth. So that's not the angels. They just try to lead the angels out. Okay. Someone said, okay, we got offspring of Anu. We got that. Um, Someone said it's a broad term.
Oh.
It's a broad term. I think it's specific, but we're gonna get there. Someone said original people. Original
Okay.
people.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna stop with
All right.
those.
What?
I'm gonna tell you.
Let's get your answer.
Okay. Um, many of you, I can tell from these answers, most of you haven't read the Atrahasis or
Spell it.
or or A-T
Uh.
R
Uh.
A.
Uh. Uh.
Now another word H
Uh.
A
Mm-hmm.
S
Mm-hmm.
um Hashis Hasis HIS
Okay.
Hasis.
I'm
I think I
gonna
was
put a
saying
question
that.
mark right there.
Hasis,
I'm gonna ask you
but
about that
I
later.
don't think it's hashish. Hashish is something you smoke. Hasis.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna still check on it. I'm gonna still double check it.
No, it's hasis, right? And then you also have the what's it called? There's only two. There's only two written accounts of the Anunnaki. The
Well,
Hasis was one,
they
which
didn't
was
have Enum Alish. Didn't talk about them.
the Enuma Elish, right? That's the other one, right? I'm not slipping,
It's all
right?
good.
So now, and neither one of those stories was man created by an Anunnaki or Anunnaki were anything outside of celestial things, right? And neither one of those, in either one of those texts. So any one of the answers so far that doesn't line up with the Athar Hasis, we got to erase. So let's start with some of us. Now, what I will say to the some of us thing is, according to the text, right? There was the womb goddess by the name of Belil Elite. Belil Elite. Yep,
Spell it.
Belil Elite. Elite. I with an I. Elite. Yep, IT. Belil Elite.
Uh huh.
Right? And she is the womb goddess, right?
Okay.
And
Who was this?
she Fenty. Now when you're going into the Sumerian mythology, when it pertains to aspects of this mother, right? Then you get into that story. Because remember, when you're getting into Sumerian understanding, Sumerian teachings, you had different groups of people who were actually in control
Okay.
in Samaria. So Akkadians would be the first where we could actually have a language that wasn't an isolate. But before the Akkadians were there, there was a group of people there and that possessed a Sumerian isolate language, but the cuneiform was not an isolate, but the language itself was. You also had the Chaldeans that were there at another time. You also, so you had different people, the same as with Egypt. You had different groups of people that came into there, and also when they came, they also brought a lot of their mythos and amalgamated it with the ancient stories, and put their goddesses as the same, doing the same act as this goddess is doing too, right? But when you go to the Hasis, you're going to see Belil Elite, the womb goddess, and she's also going to have her goddesses, right? Because remember, she was instructed to create this other being, but how she did it was with the slain body of an Anunnaki.
Yeah, Dr. Malachi York covered that.
Right.
Covered that.
Right. So
I'm not
I
saying
don't
that to describe.
telling you about the creation of man. That's actually a ritual telling you about. That's why it's brick oven. You know, the first babies were born on a brick, a sacred brick. If you look at the weighing of the heart ceremony, you'll see that brick. You'll see that brick goddess right there in the weighing of the heart ceremony.
Right.
And that was a sacred brick that the baby in the blood, came down on. But she was responsible for making mankind. The Anunnaki themselves. What is Malachi Z. York's teachings on that? Did he say that did they walk the earth? Or
I'm looking for the holy tablets now, so I can go right to it as a reference. As far as walking the earth, I don't remember that specifically.
right?
However, I know there was a lot of stuff. Where I put the holy tablets. Hold on. Maybe one of the sisters can hear me because they know
What
where
you
it's at.
need to do, because it's not long, and I've done this like 4 or 5 times on different lives, is literally read the text, the Atra Hasis text. It's not long, just like the first parts of it, because it covers the parts of the beginning of the creation of the tangible world, inception, to the creation of man. I would just read that part, and it would dispel a
So I
lot
got
of
a question for
people's
you. If you able to,
things.
here go the holy tablets right here, right? I'm about to
Oh, nice.
get into it.
It's
So
called The Holy Tablets by Malachi Z. York.
yeah, holy tablets by Dr. Malachi York. I'm about to get this. I got 2 pieces right here, 2 parts. But I'm gonna see what we can find. But before that, I
Oh,
want to ask you the question.
nice.
So as far as what you remember, Atra Haziz or Atra Hashis, however it would be pronounced, and Enum Elish, was it originally recorded in cuneiform?
Yes.
Okay.
The original has parts.
Yep.
Let me give you the name. Let me give you the name of the artifact. The let me pull it up. Artifact number.
While you're looking for that, yeah, while you're looking for that, how much cuneiform do you speak, or no?
Well, I don't speak cuneiform.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen
how
it.
much of I know it's a weird question because it's
Okay.
thousands of characters. Yeah, how much do you? Again, it's a weird question. You can answer to the best of your ability. Are you
I
familiar
probably
with cuneiform to the point in which you can relay a message in it?
no. I'm familiar with it to where I can recognize that's what it is,
Yeah.
but I can't really make it out. Now, if it comes to ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs or Proto-Hebraic or Aramaic script and things like that, I'm familiar with. But yeah, what's it called? Oh, and the number of the script is BM78943. That's
Okay.
the Atrahasis artifact number. One of them, and then BM78941. And matter of fact, let me pull it up so
I was gonna
everyone
say,
can
yeah, you go
see
ahead and
it.
pull it up. I'm gonna pull up what I got here. You pull up what
Okay.
you got. We're gonna figure out whether or not we can get some comparisons.
Right.
My reason why I'm asking you that is because Dr. Malachi York is very avid in his ability ability to translate cuneiform, and he's demonstrated that in many books. And he taught the brothers how to do the same. The younger brothers, they would call the young disciples up on it. Yeah, he could read that. So the reason why I'm asking that is because Dr. Miller Kaiser York challenged people who were world-renowned scholars who claimed
Right.
that they could overstand it, and he challenged people who were using things like the Rosetta Stone, all the,
I don't agree with the Rosettas. Yeah, I don't
exactly.
agree with
I
the
mean, I think
Yeah, I don't agree
anybody
with
who's
the
a study or devout linguist or archaeologist would have some type of refute for the Rosetta Stone, but not the average person, especially you run into people on the internet. So the reason I'm bringing that up to you is because is it possible? Not saying it isn't, because you didn't say you know a thing. You did say according to, right? You didn't say this is the truth. You said according to Atra Haziz or according to Enu Malish, this is what they say or this is what's in it. Is there a possibility that what the translations that you're reading could be incorrect because those people may not fully understand the symbols or
right.
the wedges?
Right. No. Yeah, right. The wedges, right. I can say that can be true because I found a lot of mistakes even when it comes to interpreting the Medu
Okay.
Neter that most people apply. So I can definitely see a language that is well that predates archaic languages, like how there could be some discrepancies in the interpretation based off of understanding, and because a lot of things could have different meanings even based on the word before or the
Yep.
word after, you know what I mean, things like that. So I could definitely see where they could be flawed in their understanding, especially if
Okay.
they think that, especially these are the same people that think that aliens built the pyramids.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you something about that. Would you be able to refute that aliens built the pyramid, or would you be able to rebut based
Yeah,
off
I
the
would
things
be
you
able to.
know?
Yeah. So
All right, what would be
let
your
me
rebut?
see.
If I say
Uh,
extraterrestrials partook in building the pyramids, what would be your rebut?
Here it is. I'm gonna show you my
All right,
rebuttal.
let's do it.
Okay. This is where it gets. Okay. So the oldest papyrus that details the pyramid's construction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and and it was the one that most. And I'm bringing up the Great Pyramid of Giza because that's typically the one that most people talk about, that they say aliens built it.
Yep.
So let me pull up the papyrus that it is commissioning the pyramid to be built. Now here's a fragment from
Mm-hmm.
that, and let me get you guys. I'm gonna get you guys the number
Mm-hmm.
of this fragment. And yes, we can go through it and read some of these if y'all want the interpretation.
Let's do it.
We can actually do that. But first, let me get the papyrus number and get the full papyrus.
Okay. Which pyramid?
Because it goes. This was for the Great
All
Pyramid.
right.
It was done. It was actually done. It was Khufu's
I was gonna
half
say
brother.
Khufu. What?
Khufu's half brother. Ak, Akayef. Akayef was the vizier who was over this project. And remember, his nephew Dedi was over the protection of it. This is Dedi is spelled like Djedi. This is where you get the Jedi from. And if you look up the papyrus of Dedi, you'll see that Dedi was working all these miracles and stuff. He was like a magician and stuff.
Yeah.
So you get the story of Star Wars and the Jedi from Dedi. The story about this time in the ancient papyrus that tell those some of those feats of Dedi.
Yep.
But if you look up Vizier Ankaef, Ankaef was actually the one who I think wrote this papyrus, explaining the commissioning of the Great Pyramid. I want to get the papyrus number. Like, I'm trying to get the number because I want you guys to be able to look it up for yourself. I know it's going to start with something like E something something something,
I was.
but let me get the
Mm-hmm.
let me get the number.
Because I'm looking for this creation story. Okay, we got the scientists. I think there was certain names for the Anunnaki in this story, so I'm gonna have to see. There's a lot because Pop move all around the board in the Holy Tablets. He'll cover Islam, Christianity, all that in one chapter, and then it'll be that for every other chapter too. But I know that. Okay, let's see what we got. The scientists may be a
Well, I
good
know
start.
I was going to say from what I know, from what I hear people speak on Malachi Z. York, it appears that the man wrote a lot of books, and he seemed to be well versed in a lot of ancient history. So I wouldn't put it past a man who spent that much time writing books and studying history that he took the time to diligently want to know or get the information pertaining to this, because most people don't inquire or do the work. So one thing I don't like is when our own people, when we subjugate our people to a ridicule that we wouldn't do the
Scholar.
average
Yep.
researcher. Forget scholar, just I would
That's what
just
he was saying.
researcher.
He was saying, he said, if I was one of the other ones, he said, if I was some light skinned person standing up earlier, he said, y'all wouldn't treat me like this. And he said he was talking to one of the brothers in the Muslim community, and he was saying, y'all don't question the Saudis. Y'all don't question their imams. Y'all, you come here questioning me, and but y'all don't go and ask them about this. And why do they say when they got this, how do they know that? And where they get that book from? And I'm coming with this book, and you're not, you're not treating me the same you treat them. So my point is, he addressed that they challenge him or call him out or try to shut him down, but they believe and support and do all this other stuff, all these other people. That's how it is. I want to bring
Right.
this up too, because you talked about the Anunnaki of the womb. Have you ever heard of Rahmun?
Uh-huh.
You have?
What? Say it again. I'm sorry.
Rahmun. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes,
And that
yes,
Anunnaki?
yes, yes.
Which
Yes.
Anunnaki is that?
Now, which one is it? That's not the one who was slain. That's not the slain Anunnaki. That was oh shit.
The reason I'm bringing it up is because right here is
No,
he is called
he was,
Rahman, the Anunnaki of the womb. When one is born, he is created.
no, no, no. Okay, so he's saying no, no, no. He's saying the first one that was after the slain one was created by the womb goddess. This was the one who came.
Okay, yeah, I'm just asking. I'm saying, have you ever heard of
No, I've heard
Rahman?
the name.
Okay,
No, I've heard it, but I never heard it to that degree being described as an Anunnaki.
okay,
So that's a different that's different for me. And someone just asked, "Have you never studied his works yourself?" See, I'm different from a lot of people that are out there.
all right,
I've been initiated into many different things, right? So for me, once you initiate yourself into certain things, you stay in a certain school, and I stayed in a certain school for a period of time. So Dr. Malachi Z. York, was not one that I was interested in studying. Along with many other teachers, I didn't have an interest. But when people say that a lot of the stuff that I say lines up with his teachings, for me that just says, okay, so there are other groups of people that know truth. That's all that means to me. I don't think that truth is just consolidated to one ideology. You know what I mean? So if what I've learned is truth, then it should line up with the things that he's saying,
okay.
and vice
Question:
versa.
are you familiar with Nergal and Arishkagal?
Yes, these are the well, to what degree? Now we talk about the basic mythos of how they're being described in the ancient mythology, or is there a breakdown of it cosmologically to a different degree that I might
Uh,
know it in, or
the
or
degree in
just
which
in a
the person
more
that just
more literal?
explained, just speaking of the people or the beings and what their roles were.
Okay. Yes, I'm familiar.
Okay, what do you know about them?
So when you're talking about the creation of, when you're talking, here's Balil Elite. Okay. But when you're talking about the creation of, I would compare Mariska Gal and I would compare them to an ancient Egypt. I couldn't even say Ta and Sek. Um, Roles are kind of different based on understanding the cosmology. Well, basically, they are the creator, the divine, feminine, and masculine. The basically the elder gods,
What do you know
if you want to put
what do
it
you
that
know
way.
about Arishka Gal? What was her role, her occupation?
Now, are you referring to
The person.
now wasn't she Ninti's wasn't she the mother of Ninti?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I'm saying the mother of Ninti, the ribbed from the ribbed
Yeah,
one.
Ninty is the real
Um,
one. Yeah.
right. So I believe that she's just another avatar of the divine
But
feminine,
what is
another
but
aspect
I'm asking like, what was her
being
role? What did she do?
being being
Yeah.
described.
What did she
Who
do? What did she do?
who Ninti?
What?
Who Ninti?
No, Arishka girl, not Ninty. What did Arishka girl do? What was something that she possessed the knowledge of, the awareness of how to do? Something that she did. Anything other than just her being of existing as uh, a part of or branch from Ninti. What did she do?
Oh,
What was Arishka girl? What
okay.
did and Arishka girl and Nurga did
Okay,
things.
you could compare her kind of to Moot to a degree, like when you're talking about the underworld. But I know that's more mythological. So it's really more dealing with the subconscious, an aspect of the subconscious.
Okay, what I think you should do, I think you should
Hmm.
I think you should read the Holy Tablets. Rishka Gal was a chemist, according to what Dr. Melchizedek York was going in and finding.
Mm.
Rishka Gal's a chemist. This is Rishka Gal, according to Dr. Melchizedek York and what he presented. This is Nerd
Okay.
Gal, the alchemist.
Ah.
And there's a whole
So
story of their meeting and what they did, what they weren't supposed to do, all of that. Right? So reason why I'm saying, I think I've said
okay, so
this to you before. Go ahead.
now I want to ask, because now according to the ancient mythology, Orishkagal was more of a guardian of the underworld, right? According to their understanding. Now that's their understanding.
Who's?
Um, right, the scholars,
Okay.
right? We'll say there, right now. So obviously Malachi Z. York is coming from a different thought. Where where did where do you believe he got the concept that they were actually literal people?
I don't know where he got it from, so I don't have a belief. Some of the things he was saying was not only was he able to translate, because he was able to show that he was able to translate certain tablets that people were saying couldn't be translated or they weren't able to translate, but also some of these stories he said were brought to him by the people, and that okay, so like right here,
So he was channeling.
this
He was
is
channeling.
Nin Nashamael, mother of Rishkan. It doesn't say Ninti. Ninti is in here, but it doesn't say
Right.
Ninti is Rishkagel's mother. Reason why I'm saying is again to answer your question, I don't know heavy. I can't lie, and I'm not
Right.
operating off belief.
So for me, based off of my breakdown of this, um, for me, it aligns more on a cosmological and a natural phenomenon level than a literal person level.
Well,
Um,
okay. I can say this when he talked about
but
the
I don't
Anunnaki.
know.
Yeah,
So
I can
right.
say this when he talked about the Anunnaki, especially when he came to one of the head leaders, Anu, he said he
Mhm.
met him face to face. That it's a man.
Mm,
He didn't say a spirit floating, anything like that. He said Anu is a man. I met him face to face. Now my thing is this: Dr. Malachi York could be telling the truth. Dr. Malachi York could not be telling the truth. The point is, the only way you could be speaking in terms of what the Anunnaki got going on, who they are,
no.
what they look like, any of that, is if you met them first, face to face. Other than that, your cosmology, your mythology, all of that, it'll just be left up to other people's interpretation and what they want to believe. That's why I tell people, if you're going to talk about the Anunnaki and say this happened, this didn't happen, this did happen,
Right.
for one, you better have an understanding of the language in which it was delivered in. For two, uh, you're going to have to also deal with whether or not you really know or you're just reading a story. It ain't no different than everything else. And what I'm telling you, I'm not saying anything different than what I've said to Nuwapians or Sabians,
Right.
people who claim to be students of Malachi York. They
So
talk about the Anunnaki like, go ahead.
yeah, no, I was going to say someone said so he basically believes their attribute. No, I don't believe they're attributes of nature. There's a big difference between an attribute and a characteristic. An attribute is any feature. You know, when you're talking about a characteristic helps you define it, right? So when we're talking about Aristotle, or we're talking about Ninti, or whatever, we're talking about characteristics, right? For me, so and based on what he's saying, Malachi Z. York is saying those characteristics, right, were first possessed by a character,
Mm-hmm.
right, in the form of a person, in the form of a person. So it's we're not confused. I think that most people are used to just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
But
why I
no.
say, like, notice when you ask me, so I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's my big thing. People think because I talk about what Malachi teaches, that I believe I don't believe what he teaches. Because I was taught not to. However, when we get to talking about it, listen, this ain't just somebody on the internet saying, yo, I want to tell you about the Anunnaki, and I'm on YouTube wearing a suit with a screen behind me,
Right.
and I'm Billy Carson.
Right.
No, this is uh, decades of research, okay, pictures, images, in-depth stories, and not just about the Anunnaki. And I don't even think this is the whole book, but because it's printed a different way. I have the actual copy, but it's at my other house. So that within itself says, if someone is going to look into the Anunnaki, if I were going to send them to an article, a website link, Billy Carson, then why can't I send them here? I'm not saying they can't go look into these other people, these other things, or even your references. Because if you notice,
Right.
I wrote them down, and I'm going to look.
Right.
The thing
And
is,
you not why would you not send them to your teacher? That doesn't make sense. Why would I send you someone outside of the
I
source
do
that I
send
learned
people
from?
outside of Malachi.
No. I'm saying, but I'm gonna take you to the place where I learned it too.
Okay,
What gave me a
that's what I'm
foundation?
saying. Add that there. And you got to add that there because I'm listening to every word. No, it's not.
Yeah.
This is my teacher, so you must learn from him. No,
No. You got to understand where I got some of my foundation from.
no.
This is like
I
this.
don't believe in the Anunnaki. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That
Mhm.
if you want to learn about the Anunnaki, I learned that from here. I've learned it from other people. Zachariah Sitchin, the Lost Book of Inky.
No. If you learn Anunnaki from Zach, now that's pseudo
This
phase.
is not what you understand. This is what you're not understanding. You forgot the first thing I said. I don't believe in the Anunnaki.
Oh,
I learned about
yeah.
them. Until the Anunnaki come to me, how Dr. Malachi York said they came to him, all I know is about the Anunnaki. And
Right. I was gonna say, well,
go ahead.
Not Malachi Z, Zachariah Sitchin was giving you pseudo and belief.
I don't listen. Only one who could verify that for me is me, in my experience. Because you might say that and then Inky knock on the door. And the nigga don't even, he not even 3D, he 2D, facing the same way he was holding the fish.
Man, I can show you. I dispelled Zachariah Sitchin so many
But
times.
mm-hmm. And
You
I
know,
don't
like
doubt that. It's just you would be wasting your time sharing that with me because I don't even believe in the Anunnaki. So it
right.
don't matter if Clifford knocked on my door and said, Roof, I gotta tell you some shit about Anunnaki. Either I'm
That
gonna
nigga
listen or I'm
said,
gonna close the door. Other than that, all I did was I just learned more stuff to talk about. So I
yeah.
know what I'm talking about. No, how about this? I know about what I'm talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. I know about what I'm talking when it comes to Anunnaki. That's why I'll ask you a question to see what you know, and then I'll be like, I don't know, and I'll say, excuse me, it's right here. You know, because I know about what I'm talking, but that don't make me right. That just
Mhm.
means that's why the conscious community feels so antagonized because they think I'm trying to be right. I'm not attempting to be right. I'm saying bring me something that okay, if you're gonna look into something, why would you not look into this? This is a lot to look into, other than just watching somebody YouTube video one time, and you can
Right.
debate Billy Carson, Heavy.
I, I wouldn't waste my time. That's a waste of time.
Exactly. That's how you know you can't.
It's a waste of time.
You with me? So then they try to put the Billy Carson rest of these people up there. I'm like, that don't even make sense. These people don't speak the languages. They didn't study Akkadian, not to the extent in which they can translate, even if they did. And anybody that's come up and say, I know cuneiform, they don't know what cuneiform is. Because they still trying to find other symbols, and there are pieces of tablets that are missing. you're gonna have a incomplete story just based off of that.
Right.
And nobody wants to come with a piece and say it says in the beat earth. Nobody wants to say that, so they're just gonna be filling it in. In the beginning, God created. They can add anything they want to. No, how you gonna translate a whole tablet and you tell and you all right, show it to me, and that piece is missing. That piece is missing. That's gone. That's gone. You with me? So all I'm saying is, if you want to study these things for points of reference, for context, protext, or comparison, whatever, there's somebody who took it further. I told you already. I said, yo, for the stuff that you know and the things you speak on, you should listen. Look, this is Nuwapic. People didn't know what this was.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? People didn't understand this. I understand it, but people didn't understand it. But why didn't they understand it? Because they were claiming that they had Metuneta. They said, we don't need nothing else. And he came with this. Then you should understand this too then. You hear what I mean?
Mm.
Then this needs to be studied too. Dr. Malachi York created a whole language, or not even created, just created alone. Revitalized an entire language, and it's not worth studying. You shouldn't look at it and see, what does this mean? Why does this word there? Why is that we just write that off and say, no, he was crazy. No, that's not, first of all, that's not normal. Show me somebody who did it. Who you know, Evie?
That did what?
Created a new language.
It was done in most recent times in the 19th century in Africa, West Africa.
Who?
You have Nisabiti.
Uh-huh.
And you also have what's it called? But I'll pull it up for you. Nisabiti is
That's the person.
and you also have the Adrinka. You also have the Adrinka symbols also.
No, I mean,
you know,
yeah, that's the person. Name again.
the person, no, the people group. Now you'd have to go to that people group and say, well, is there one person that comprised this up? I don't know.
Okay.
But a people group is accredited with it. A tribe is accredited with these things.
That's normal stuff. That's how we got languages.
Right.
That's normal stuff. Because even if you go and look up Ivrit or look up Hebrew, they're gonna say we don't know who the one person is, but we just start talking, and eventually niggas like, okay, this is what we saying. They'll say, start writing it down.
Right.
No, I'm talking about a person that came forth and delivered something that people hadn't known about or seen before they came and did that.
Nope, there wasn't one person that could take the claim for those languages. It's good to know.
No.
Hey, I have what y'all need. 3,300 sensor. You said you got the answers to everything, man. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. He's been talking in the comments, and I got the answers. I got them.
Why you got them on my live? Okay. Yeah, you got the answers.
Everything.
Can you read this? Translate this for me.
No, stop at the first part. Just the first part.
Okay, translate
Stop.
this. Translate this right here.
Just stop right there.
This should be
Just
easy.
the first.
Just translate it for me real quick. What's this letter? What harfat? What if the harfat is this? Can you give me this harf?
3,300.
Nut? Tua?
But yeah, we gotta stop.
Abdur, come here.
Y'all got to stop acting like, no one. I've never said. I don't think I've ever heard Faise said either.
I don't
Claim to possess all the knowledge and
I don't.
and all of these things. What I come on here for is diplomacy.
He said, "Man, that don't mean nothing." That's a smart answer. Man, that don't mean nothing. He said, "Yo, diplomacy." I can hear you, Heavy.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for diplomacy. I realize that
He said, "No, he cannot."
we're dealing with people that people are coming from different schools of thoughts and different. Hey, I respect all of y'all's rights to your freedom to express your ideologies, but there's things that we have to come together and fight against together. We have to fight against evil and wickedness together. We have to fight to bring about harmony and order together,
Yeah.
regardless of your ideology, unless you're an agent of chaos, right? So if that's the case, then we should be able to sit down and discuss things, even if I say, hey, Faze,
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree
Yep.
with whatever you said right here, but hey, Faze, can we go do this children's drive,
Come on.
this school book drive? Can
Come
we
on.
go out? Can we go go do this community garden? Can we still go and get some motherfucking get some legislation passed? Can we can we still do all that? So I think a lot of y'all spiritual gang banging.
Come on.
I'm a I I was a crip in real life. Y'all want to be conscious cripping.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And it really don't make a lot of sense, because what you're doing is you're boxing yourself into a small group, right, that ain't mobilizing to the degree that we need it to be. So respectfully, learn to be diplomatic. That's what the Elohim were, a group of gods that came together, all gods in their own right, but still able to bring about creation. You know what I'm saying? I respect Faze as a god in his own right. You know what I'm saying? So when we come together, we should be able to create something. You know what I'm saying? And something with life.
Mm-hmm. You want to know what's so crazy about this? I asked him to tell me what this means, and we've been saying this shit the whole time.
Yeah.
We've been saying the title of the book. We've been saying the title of the book since before I went and grabbed it. You didn't even have the answers to listen. This shit say the Holy Tablets. I've been saying, this is the Holy Tablet. This is literally the Holy Tablets. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean? You could have guessed and got this right, because I promise you could have guessed, because this
Right.
word be at the beginning of a lot of sentences.
Right.
Definitive article. Not
Yep.
even hard. So, no, y'all have to stop wasting your time. And I did that on purpose. I know you don't know what he's talking about, but y'all just stop wasting your time. My thing, I like how bro Heavy say you're for diplomacy. Okay. My thing is, all right, I don't know if you want to call it destiny, purpose, any of that. I'm not claiming to be, I'm not claiming to be the one with all the answers. I'm not claiming to be the only one who can do this thing. Anybody who walked with me, they know that. As a matter of fact, I keep telling people, I want more people to be able to do what they think I can do, because then that'll make it easier on me with what I'm doing. So when y'all start waking up, you're going to realize everybody that stood before you, they lied. It's okay. You can be tricked. Now, this should be a wisdom thing. Wisdom can come now. Say, man, I really was believing this nigga Rashad Jamal. Man, I really was believing
Right.
this nigga. Da, 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 da. Man, I really believe that you bought this. Man, I really believe it. Bobby Hemmett. Da, da, da. Y'all did that. Okay. Now, this is the best part of it. If this, let's say I'm an agent. Here go me, right? Let's say this is Faze and he's an agent. This is your time to shine. You should show this so-called government that's sitting up there that sent me to your community to cause dissension. Show them how powerful y'all are. Show them how sturdy y'all are. Show them how well learned y'all are. Show them how composed y'all are. Show them how much y'all got this in the bag. Show them how much y'all centered. Show them how much y'all are intelligent and wise and metaphysical and da 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 da. It should not be, he's an agent, and then you run.
Or sending your number in the comments as well.
I don't know why they want me to call them. Yeah. You know how you deal with agents? You deal with agents with diligence. Deal agents. Diligence. If I'm an agent, then deal with me. Why y'all keep running?
No, the question is, what type of agent? Let's go there.
They
What
can't.
type of agent? You ever seen Faze with the government? What gave the inclination that the government is paying this man to come on here and disenfranchise you?
And then let's say they are. You gonna go for that? Here go the biggest thing, right? They called me. How many people they went outside? They called me a clout chaser, right? And I flipped it on them. They called me an agent. I came on live, I flipped it on them. I said, you're right. Yeah, I'm an agent. Now tell me who I was sent by. I'm here to do a thing. That's what agent means. I'm here to do work. Now, what are you going to do about it? If you say I'm a clout chaser, just here to tear people down, one of you at least should be able to stand up and beat me at my own game. If my way of tearing y'all down is speaking words of truth, if I'm lying, there should be another one of you that pop up and say, "Not today, Satan."
It's called the
Come on.
antithesis. It's called the antagonist.
Right. If I come up with a go ahead, you got my back.
No, you got it. I'm just adding on.
If I come up with a thesis or a theory or whatever, there's be one anti-person that'll combat me. Somebody should say, "Stop. Ain't no way we're gonna let this happen." And you should be able to successfully do it. We just had a metaphysicist come on here and talk to me about reptilian hybrid humans and said that that's what we no, excuse me, divine reptilian human hybrids. That was their
Oh,
first
don't forget
statement.
the divine.
Got to add the divine for whatever reason. And the second one, he said, yeah, and also Sumerian. I have to spell this out. Sumerian hieroglyphs. Right?
They
Yeah.
had hieroglyphs?
You didn't know that, Heavy?
No, they had
No,
cuneiform.
Heavy.
The
They had
the
hieroglyphs.
Akkadians had
What's
hieroglyphs.
Akkadian?
The Akkadians were a group of people that came into that region and
No, you
took
don't
over after a certain
get it.
period of
What's
time.
Akkadian? Because Dr. Malachi York lied about Sumerian hieroglyphs. He taught us Sumerian hieroglyphs. Now, Heavy, ask me what's Akkadian.
Now, I want to know what's the Sumerian hieroglyph before we go there.
Well, you're trying to attack me. That's ad
No,
hominem.
no, no. I just
I
want
know
to
what
know.
you're trying to do. You do this to everybody. You're trying to make me sound stupid by saying Sumerian hieroglyphs. So I'm not answering that
Hey,
question because I don't fucking know what that is. Because nobody knows what that is. But he said it.
yeah, maybe they.
And I wrote it
Yeah.
down because he said it a bunch of times. I had to make sure I was experiencing the proper dilemma, the proper delusion. I had to make sure I was in the right place. Okay, I wrote it down. Okay, then he said Atlantic versus Sirius. So we was from Atlantis and Sirius and da. I said, okay. I gave him the easiest task.
Yeah.
I said, all I need you to do for all of these three is just cite it. Just tell me where you got it from. All that confidence he came in here with, I've been ready for you, all that went out the door. And he said,
Got my notes.
I got my notes. He was ready. I had my pen and my paper. I was ready with blank sheets. I asked him to cite it. He said, I don't read the Nuwapian doctrine. So what the fuck are you debunking? But I promise you, he got people that follow him, that listen to him, get on his lives, say he's the one, this is one of the ascended masters, Ilamuta Jessida, Avatar, this person returned, metaphysics doctor. And they think when he speaks on Dr. Malachi York and Nuwapianism and all whatever you want to call it, they think he knows what he's saying. So they're going to believe what he's saying. They're going to think that he's a victor. It happens all the time. You all know if you were here yesterday when we met Melchizedek. It was dope. We met.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun. We met Melchizedek. All right, this is him. Probably not, he got locks. He's a Rasta. He totes a knot on his head, and he's always upset and yelling. Right, and when we got on his live, right, he's always breathing and stuff. So when we got on his live, I didn't even get on his live. I got on one of his little people's live, right, and they was in another trailer. I guess they stay in the same apartment. I asked them, they stay in the same apartment. They were like, I'm just gonna take you to my Lord. So I was like, okay, go to their Lord. I thought it's my landlord. So they was in the trailer. They got on live, and he started telling all his friends. He's like, I got Faise One on the live. They didn't want to say they were excited, so they just started yelling at me. Yeah, we look like him. We carried him just like Moses carried Jesus and God's resemblance. I said, okay, cool. So some guy got on there. He had like a chia pet situation going on his head. It was some Eiffel Tower looking hairstyle. I didn't know what was up, but it was interesting because he came on just said my name. I almost died. But the dude walked. They got lit up. They got upset and hyper. Yo, fuck this. They start putting water bottles on their head. They were mocking the video that I made. See, I got my water bottle. They still doing that. So after they was done, they said, yo, but I'm about to take you to my Lord. I'm about to take you to my Lord. All that energy. And then when they got over to the Lord, this is their Lord. Their Lord was like, all love. tweet. The Lord was all up, saying, I don't want to speak to you in a negative way. I apologize for what I said to you. You know, I bow before all the prophets. I know who you are. I just felt some type of way when you got on the live with me and showed me up. I didn't know you was gonna be all that. I would have been more prepared. Which means, because he called himself God and Melchizedek and all of that. God was unprepared. Melchizedek was unprepared. That's crazy, right? And yeah, I was a bit more prepared. He said, but I said, excuse me. I was on a live with him. I said, excuse me, can you check your little ones? Because your little ones don't seem to know their place. They disrespecting me, da da da. He said, we ain't none of us supposed to be disrespecting you. They ain't supposed to. He said, I want to talk to all my seed. You know, stop disrespecting him. You know, we don't come like that. That ain't how we supposed to come. And I ain't supposed to do that. And I'm gonna make he literally said he's gonna make an apology video. Da 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 da. He said he's gonna take it out. What's my point? All the millions they running behind him. They're only watching Instagram posts of him getting upset and yelling at his screen, wanting some attention. But when they saw him have to face me, and not even really face me because I had on my shades, and that's gonna get interesting in a few seconds. I had on my shades. He's like, yo, you know, I wish I could see your eyes right now because I want you to know, I want to know that you feel me. Da 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 da. Woo, woo. The nigga on the other side of the screen, the little nigga, I'm sure he was so confused because like he went to war on behalf of his Lord, walked across the parking lot, got to his Lord's house, the trailer, and he was like, yo, I'll take you to my Lord. Here he go. And the Lord was like, hi, Faise One. I honor you. I respect you. And these niggas ain't be coming to this person. So he's like, I wish you would take your
Here's a
shades off.
real question,
Go ahead.
Faith. Why everybody come back as Melchizedek, Jesus, ISIS, Martin Luther King? Why nobody ever was just Henry that worked on cars? Nobody was just Henry that worked on cars and came back and elevated.
No, Henry got the fuck on. Henry
Yeah,
didn't like this
Henry.
life.
No,
That was some
yeah, like
bullshit. Soon as
yeah.
Henry died, he was like, that's some bullshit. Got me down here watching cars. That's why. Don't nobody want to come back and watch no damn cars. They had a bad experience. What you gonna do? You gonna go back to the same restaurant and spit in your food? You found hair, shit in the bathroom on the floor. You ain't
yeah.
coming back. There go your ass. Henry was tired of this shit.
So
Melchizedek got glorified. He had all the females. His life was good. Jesus was cool. He had fame. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna come back. They like this shit. It was good for them. Nah, niggas ain't. Barbers had to pay rent. Oh, they don't want to give. Fuck that. They going to an afterlife. So
I
no.
want to meet Barbara. I want whoever was Barbara in the old life. I
Yeah,
want to meet
the
her.
barber. That's what I'm saying. The barber. Barbara the barber. She not coming
Yeah,
back.
you
You'll
know
never
what
meet her. That was some bullshit. She said my name is some bullshit. The fact that I became something that sounds so familiar with my name and similar, that's some bullshit. She hated it. She hated cutting hair. She didn't like the smell of that.
I'm
She hated it. She hated that sound. So when it was time for her to go, she went and got the fuck on. These niggas keep coming back. Everybody wanted to be somebody that was great. No, but that's what I'm saying. And what's so interesting because it's recorded. He said, I wish you take your shades off, da 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 da. So before I took my shades off, because I was looking at him, I asked him a question. I told him to do something. Or yeah, I asked him. I said, "Can you?" Because he called himself a prophet. I said, "Can you make?" I didn't ask him for too many, things to be made. Just something simple ingredients. Can you make a prophecy for the month of June? I said, "Can you make a prophecy for the month of June?" He said, "Okay." And he started looking around, scratching, sweating. I ain't never seen no niggas like break out in the sweat. That nigga break out in the sweat like he braked out in the sweat like choreography. And bro said, I saw the nigga look up to the right, to the left. He looked in all his brains. He said, okay, I got a prophecy for you. I said, this shit gonna be good. The first prophecy he gave me for the month of June, you ain't gonna believe this. He said,
Was that Independence Day is 3 days after?
that would have been wrong because it was July 4th. But the nigga said when we get out there live, 1,000 people gonna check in with me. And they gonna say, that was some real shit you said. You think I'm making it up? That nigga said, when we get out there live, 1,000 people gonna check in with me. And they gonna say, that was a real shit you said. And we really feel what you said. I said, what the fuck? And then, that was his first prophecy. Then he said, no, then I said, excuse me, I said, no, a prophecy, like an actual prophecy for something that's going to happen in June. That nigga took a deep breath. Okay. All right, I'll give you a prophecy. You already lost. Because once you made your first prophecy, if that was your prophecy, can't nobody come back and say, no, I mean, really make a prophecy. If, okay, that like me saying,
he was play
he would play,
prophesying the first one.
he would play to see. Right? That like me saying, hey, yo, Heavy. No, actually, that ain't like me saying Heavy. That like me saying, hey, yo. And you're like, yo, what's your name? And you tell me your name. Oh, I'm Heavy. Okay, no. But really, though, what's really your name? You're going to be like, nigga, I'm Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah.
this what you going to be like. No, what's really your name? Okay, I'm going to tell you. What's my real name? Okay. Shit. That's how he hit it. And he's like, yo, well, this is the second prophecy. Because he did give 2 prophecies. His first prophecy is 1,000 niggas gonna hit me when I get off there. And they gonna say, that was a real shit you said right there. I said, okay, cool. I said, but I need a real prophecy. What's prophecy that is gonna happen? We can see and look for it. I even said, where? Give me a location. I need to know this. That nigga said, okay, here go a prophecy. The understanding. He literally said that. The understanding is gonna shift. I said, what?
Oh, I know who you talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you talking about. Soon as you said that, I caught it. I
told you the nigga be breathing all the time. You ain't see the drawing?
Yeah.
That's it. They go here breathing. That nigga said, the understanding is gonna shift. I'm telling you right here, the spirit of the living God. The understanding of everybody, the masses is gonna shift. I said, that's not no fucking prophecy.
Bless the brother heart, man. He get the point in the mouth and hine and all that. You know what I'm saying?
The first time he did that shit, he was like, this is me, my real spirit. I said, carbon dioxide? I said, nigga, the spirit is carbon dioxide? He said, no, the spirit is, I am the spirit, the living spirit. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, so you can live off your spirit alone? He's like, yeah, I live. I'm living it now. I'm living it. I'm the living proof. I said, okay, cool. I said, let me ask you a question. I put you in a room with no way for oxygen to get in. And you breathe in, right? I said, would you be able to survive? Yeah, from my spirit. I said, but human beings can't breathe in carbon dioxide and exist. They will perish. They need oxygen.
Right.
If you run out of, I said, if you do it with a balloon, you're going to have to take your mouth off that balloon eventually because you need to breathe in oxygen. You want to know what he told me?
What?
Oxygen does not exist.
See, and right there, that's the difference between me and Faise. If y'all ever want to know the difference, I'm the guy that if you tell me you can fly, we going on top of the building, and you're gonna prove it. Faise should have said, put a bag around your head, tie it, and sit here for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and have this conversation.
Y'all ain't gonna have me catch nobody indirectly.
That's our difference right there. I'm the show me guy. You gonna show me something. I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. You gonna give me some information.
I should have told his ass that. I should have said, go get a bag.
Yeah.
Then he's sneaky. He gonna poke some holes in that motherfucker. I'm like, I see that. I see that shit sticking to your nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? I'm not breathing.
You see the bag going like this. You see the bag just slowly just
I'm not breathing.
the bag just slowly stopped.
Nigga hit me with the audacity response. I'm not breathing. Nigga, that was a deep ass breath.
Nigga just took
I'm not breathing. How dare you? It's a real thing,
Nigga, you
man.
gonna show
That's
me.
Melchizedek. Shit, out
Yeah.
bad. He
Mhm.
said, I could trap the devil with 6 points of truth. 6 points of truth. I said, okay, let's do it. I said, name those points. I said, let's name the points. I said, what you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. I said, name the points. He said, okay. He said, you got truth. I said, that's the name of the book. I asked you for what's on the pages.
Yeah.
I said, okay, fine. I'll give it to you. You got truth. Give me the rest of them. He said, you know, it's a lot to go into. I said, it's only 5 more.
Hey, my nigga, all I know is it take 13 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. That's all I know.
What the fuck that's supposed to mean, Heavy? What the fuck what was that?
I have no idea, but it's gonna be that.
Heavy, is you smoking right now, bro? What the fuck
Nah,
did that mean?
that's what all this mean to me, bro. That's all I'm hearing. Just nonsense.
Who the
It just
fuck
be nonsense.
got a vicious tongue like that? First of all. Second of all, Heavy, what the fuck?
Hey, the owl said 3. I know it's 13.
Who the fuck asked an owl about a lollipop?
He say,
You see an owl.
I know, but
The first thing
I asked
you think, I'm gonna ask this nigga
I
about this
asked
damn
the turtle
lollipop.
first. I asked the turtle first.
The fuck is you talking to animals about lollipops? Them niggas don't even have lollipops. Hey, you know you ain't finna walk up on no owl asking no stupid shit like that. First thing will be like, who? You know you ain't finna walk on that. Bro, what? 13 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie. That sound like some
That's all I know.
nigga, that
Hey,
sound
guess
like
how
a
I know?
stripper parable.
Guess how I know though? Guess how I
don't
know?
want to even guess. That nigga just told me a stripper parable. That's the shit they tell you while they dancing on you. You know it take 13 licks.
How many licks does it take till you get to the center?
That's the only motherfuckers I'll ask how you know. Yeah, I don't want to ask you that shit. Ask me how I know, man. No, nigga, that sound like, let me tell you what I was doing.
It sound like that's gonna end with see what that happened was.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Starburst. I'm gonna ask her that. I ain't gonna ask you that shit. That shit came out of nowhere. I couldn't let you get away with that one. That one gotta go. That's in another life. Man, yeah, that's real though. Everybody is everybody that's powerful. They all here and ain't nobody doing shit. We got the whole fucking Bible lineup. Everybody, we got the whole D1 Bible, bro. It ain't shit, ain't nothing happening. These got to be the most least worth a damn reincarnates that ever lived. Everybody just on Instagram sitting at their house, and everybody just everybody. We should.
All I know is Noah built the first pool, and what really flooded was just that.
Heavy, it's getting late. It must be open. It must be bad. Because I'm telling you, after that lollipop shit, as soon as you said all I know is I got scared. I'm like, this is tweaked out shit.
All I'm saying is this: if I could just say anything, and y'all believe it, just because I say it, cool, and I give some little some mannerism.
Said Noah built the pool.
It wasn't the ark. It was a pool.
That nigga said Noah was chilling. Doing his thing.
What happened? He added too much water. That was the first flood.
It didn't even no animals get hurt out that motherfucker. No animals got saved. One of his dogs ran. They got the fuck off. and and somebody recorded that shit. And
If y'all just want something to believe, I'm just saying. If you gotta believe something, there it is.
they go Noah, chilling,
Yep.
flood, the first pool.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Hey, man, it's another day of this shit. Hey, I'm on. We doing a fast. We about to go into day 7.
When it start? Oh, it
We already,
started day 7.
we started this about 6 days ago. Both of y'all out there? Or
Okay,
just
so
you?
now what type of fast?
It's 9 days.
But what type of fast?
Oh, okay. Water, honey.
Okay.
Yeah, no solid food.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Because some people, they fast, then after 6, they be eating.
that's not fasting. That's just you.
Yeah,
That's just you.
that's
You
just
can only afford lunch or dinner,
yeah, yeah.
so you made an excuse.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
That's times is hard.
yeah,
We gonna
that's
make this stretch. That's what that is.
yeah. He
That's
said
the
that ain't
smartest
fasting,
shit
that's
the
stretching.
Muslims ever did. They gonna make niggas just respect they impoverished existence. I understand.
So
Shit is hard.
now
Niggas
we
said
just gonna wait.
we ain't eating no breakfast. That's crazy. That's break fast.
But now I'll join in. I'll start now. I'll
Okay.
start now.
So then, okay, we got what we going into the 7th day, 8th, and the ninth
Okay.
day. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I
Hey,
only got to do 2 days.
yeah. Basically, it's a 7,
Damn.
8, 9, yeah, 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been going. It's been going great, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Last time I did it was about a month ago. I was good
Mm-hmm.
until like the 6th day, and then I had to refresh myself. Okay, I had to rest some more. But this
Mm-hmm.
one, and maybe I'm probably regret this because last time I did this, I said I don't even feel it. On the 6th day, I said I don't feel it. No, on the 5th day, I said I ain't feel it. I'm telling you right now, even if I regret it, I'm gonna let it be known. I'm not even feeling this because I'm working, I'm moving, I'm drinking my liquids, I'm making it through. But it's a good thing. You watch you done fast before.
Oh
How
yeah.
what's as long as you gone?
I think it was 11
Oh yeah,
days.
yeah. Long,
I did
long as I've
11,
gone, yeah. Long as I've gone is
and I
9.
was I went. It was I did it. It was honey cayenne and lemon,
Yeah.
and then I would do and then I would do like I had an okra water,
Mm.
so I would drink the okra water to make sure
Yeah, that's good.
everything was.
I was thinking about doing a 14. I was also thinking about doing a 30.
Mm.
Yeah, you can't be doing too much shit though when you want to do some stuff like that because it stress you out.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really do. But that okra water, I'm telling you, incorporate that if you want to just.
cleanse out.
What it hydrates
Okay.
too. It hydrates, super hydrated. Because some people look dry on them fast. You be getting to some of y'all. Some of y'all look vibrant
Yeah.
because you're getting rid of the toxins and you're illuminated. Some of y'all look wore out. How many of y'all on the fast with Faise? Put a 1 in the comments if you're on the fast
Some of
with Faise.
these folks can be kept.
Don't be capping. Yeah, don't no cappers, man. Put a 1 in the comment if you actually participating in the fast.
Some of these folks in the cat like, well, they eating now. It's also me. Let me put the 1 in.
Anuki, well done, guys. Highness, well done. Trizza, well done. Garcia, well done. Some of y'all names I can't pronounce, and I don't want to call you boy, but well done. Garcia, well done.
Yeah. See,
Lynn Davis,
Garcia didn't put that 1. He just put some support. You think he's slick?
yeah.
It's like, I'm with y'all. I'm here. Yeah, that ain't what we said.
Right. Someone said I'm a vegan, so it's easy for me to
Are you
do.
doing
So are you
it
doing it?
though? That what you said too? Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Are
oh,
you
that's
doing
easy.
it? That's easy. Are you doing it? 'Cause shit, I ain't gonna lie, it's easy. It's not even hard. It's just, man, you gotta put your brain into it. You just gotta really understand why you're doing it and make it be done. What's
The
the
best
best liquid
liquid.
soup to have on the fast? Uh, I did pinto bean juice. So it's like you cook the pinto beans, but you only
I
extract
was
the
gonna say,
water from it.
yeah, navy bean is good too. Navy bean is good too.
Yeah.
Um,
It's really for the season. The season trick your body to make you think I'm eating,
right.
and you get hot
And then
liquid.
it also depends on your
Yeah.
deficiencies. You know, what are you deficient in? You know?
Yeah.
Hey man. But shout out to all you guys that are actually participating in the fast. You know what I'm saying? You know, that communal spirituality, that stuff really works.
Yeah.
You start seeing you start having the same epiphanies as the people you're linked in with when you're doing those things, especially if you're studying the same stuff. You're intentional on your mindset and your goals and things a certain way. You know, you really sink in. So
Somebody
I'm proud of
said,
y'all,
yeah. Somebody
especially
said,
if it's
wait,
your
we can
first
have
fast.
soup. I told y'all a while back. Every time we do a fast, one of the sisters answered this because people like, I thought we could do this. I thought we could only do this. I've been said. I literally show y'all. I think I was on live and I showed y'all the bowl of the juice that came from the pinto beans, liquids. You don't want to trick you don't want to try to trick yourself to try to say like, oh, I'm gonna just eat this applesauce and I'm not really eating. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm saying the less potential solid anything that goes in your body during this fast, the better, because it's not just you putting stuff in your body. Every time you do that, the digestive system has to work, even if it's just water. That's why some people dry fast. The digestive system still has to work. You understand? And if it's working, then the energy that will be going into breaking things down and targeting impurities or cancerous cells or activating certain growth hormones, shutting certain ones down, that energy would stop. Autophagy is even affected when you start drinking and all that. But when your body is literally forced to just consume itself, right? Then that's what I'm saying. So you're not. It's not like, oh, these people are doing this, so let me do this. It's being intuitive about and knowledgeable about what's happening in your body. That's why you're doing it. Other than that, look, I'll say it like this: even if you're just doing it because people are doing it, I'm not even mad at you because you're doing. People do that anyway. You're doing something that's benefiting you. You understand? So even if it's, oh, I want to do it because people are doing it, that's fine. That's fine too. Just I advise you to be knowledgeable about it because I don't want people to adapt to cultish atmospheres. All right, so easily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm attempting to get people to remove that. When I said fast, I said also research fasting. You want to know why? I told y'all they're going to do that, right? They got propaganda they coming out with. Some nigga laying in a hospital bed. Some I tried to do a fast. I passed out after 3 days. I was eating fruit and drinking water. First of all, it's not a fast. Second of all, he was out of shape. Third of all, he was at the Hobby Lobby. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was doing
Yeah.
too much. And he possibly had underlying health conditions that he may have even been diagnosed with, but they don't add any of that in. And next thing you know, there's a whole stitch of people trying to warn people against fasting. Some nigga said, you want to go about 3-4 months, build your tolerance up, do 1 day this month, next month do 2 days. I'm like, what the fuck? No. First of all, he said you got to get your weight up and build weight. No. Your body is not stupid. It's very intuitive. And that which is referred to as your autophagy is tailored to your size. It's tailored to yourself, who you are. Your body ain't, it's the same thing with now. You eat food, your body knows what to do with excess food or excess materials coming in the body. It becomes fat. So it also knows that this type of energy can be transformed and converted into ketones, and the liver can activate a different way when you fast. So it's going to go to all those areas. And sometimes people that are bigger, your body going to use up more energy. When you're smaller, your body will use up less energy in comparison to, it's like, okay, do I really have to explain this? Fuel exhaust. There will be more coming from an 18-wheeler than a coupe. Yes? Okay. Energy consumption is a scientific thing, not a spiritual thing, not a spookism thing. Energy consumption is real. And anytime there's a system, input, output, there is some type of energy consumption, energy conversion. Okay? So when you consume anything, okay, look at your car. Again, you put gasoline in the car. It runs. It spews out exhaust. Okay? So you put the wrong amount of gas in your car, your body knows that. You put the wrong type of gas in the car, your body knows that. Your car knows that. So, all right, your car is going to use the amount it's supposed to use. Some of y'all maybe y'all say, I know my car. Whoever been there? You riding on E. Everybody in the car nervous, but you. I know my car. Come on. You start talking. Come on now. I know we gonna get to the house. I know my car. I know my car. Your car is about to, but it knows what to use and what it can use. So I don't know what these people are talking about. Is Yaki Awakened
All I know
a
is
guy to watch? No, Yaki Awakened is someone that you could potentially do herbal business with. Shut your ears to all that extra shit. If you wanted to get herbal products from this particular person, you don't like Seven Under, you had a bad run-in with Whole Foods, you don't like Rondos, somehow you just want to support black business, whatever you want to do.
exactly.
I think Yaki Awakened may be good, somebody good you want to partner with to get certain herbs if you want to just support somebody that's in the community. As far as all the other shit, no, that's the commercial. Skip the commercial. If you need a herb or you need healing or you need regimens or you need suggestions, because I don't think you should be taking medicinal or medicinal advice from him and just accepting it. I think if he tells you something, let's say, for example, he might say, go on a grape fast. Just eat grapes for a week straight. Okay. He gave you an idea. He gave you a suggestion. Okay. He talked about fiber, all of that, the detox components, all of that. Cool. Go research it. Now he gave you an idea that you can research. He gave you useful information. All right. Now you don't even need to go to him. You could go get it yourself. However, you did get that information from him where he put you on that and it was able to help you. He could talk to you about watermelons. He could talk about adrenal glands. He could talk to you about carcinogens. He could talk about all of that. Research it. So if you're looking for somebody to listen to just to listen to and take what he's saying, don't even do that with me. If you're asking me, should you listen to him, what I would say is investigate, see what he says. If you think he's giving you something that's worth your time and you can use it, then go and test it out. Don't just believe it and accept it, or don't just get or become intellectually infatuated to the point where you're not even applying what he's saying. You're just looking at his videos.
Or it's very simple. You can study nutrition.
Yeah.
You, you could easily do that
And biology
and
and
not put the
physiology.
onus and not put the onus on one man to be like the food prophet or the health prophet. You know, this stuff is just in a basic nutritional book.
Yeah.
And you can also study your own blood type,
Yeah.
so you'll know what works well with you. This is what I'm saying. We got to stop mystifying things, right?
Yeah.
Nutrition is not mystical.
Yeah.
It's magical, but it's not mystical,
Yeah.
right? It's not something we should be, you know, it should align with our spirituality, but we shouldn't be looking for prophets and messengers for it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like basic knowledge. And I think this is where we're going. And then one thing that hurts my heart, really, I'm gonna say this because it really does, is when people ask other people, should they listen to someone else?
Discernment.
Right? Yeah, thank you. You get what I'm saying? Use your discernment to see whether or not you should listen to someone. And just because you listen to someone else doesn't mean that you have to not listen to what someone else said. You get what I'm saying? What is this? Are y'all what color y'all banging? What okay, y'all banging
Come on.
colors now? Y'all banging consciousness again?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. What give me the color so I know which ones not to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't go down that street. I respect people in their lane. Where are you in your life? Where are you in your path? What answers do you need to progress your life and not just live life, but live life an optimal life, I mean. Like, so what is that? Wherever the answer to that question is, that's where you need to be aligning yourself with getting that answer
Yep.
so that you can gain
Yep.
understanding. Period, point blank.
Yep.
Stop putting it on. Now, if you want to become an initiate, if you like to become an initiate, then that's a different thing. That requires a stripping of self to a certain degree, right? And that requires you walking in a certain path and following this one teacher and adhering to these to whatever these guidelines and morals and whatever it is.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So unless you're gonna do that, then feel free. Look, knowledge is out here. It's free 99.
Yep.
It's free 99.
Yep. So yeah, I gave everybody a shot, and that's what I be saying. Listen, I told people from the beginning, you don't have to. If I talk and ask these people, challenge you, that don't mean you don't look into what they say. They might have something that you can use. I say that all the time. I say, here go my disclaimer. Just because I'm challenging people, I say I don't fuck with this person. That don't mean you can't get your information from them. I want to second what Heavy said. Stop looking for that person to just tell you, and then that's what it is. Get the basic information. So then you'll realize, I'll tell you something. With that basic information, you're gonna realize these people ain't talking about shit. They only can sound like they're talking about things to y'all who don't have the basic information. Some of y'all come through here. I know you be looking like, what is this? I know some of y'all, there's a few of y'all. I know a few of y'all come, hey, I see your light square. I know some of y'all come through here and you like, why is this nigga explaining basic physics? But
Right.
you don't understand how many people don't understand basic physics. I know some of y'all come here, why is this nigga explaining basic biology, basic
Because they think
genetics,
it's spiritual.
basic chemistry? Because people don't have it understanding. And what I say is, listen, this is what you pay attention to. I don't care what you call me. You call me an agent, call me a plant, say I was sent by the government, whatever you need to call me. This is what you need to look at, regardless of what you think I am and why you think I care about you sitting on my life telling me that. Look at how I call them forth to answer to the things that they teach, and they run. And y'all be having 5 followers, and you challenge me, and I bring you on my live. They see how big the platform Faise One. I'm not even gonna say how big I got. I've been huge my entire life. I'm saying they see how big the platform is getting and how it has been for a while. And stuff happened. They don't want to let me know what's going on. They throw events in the country community. They pass the flyers up under the table. They say, hey, get that to such and such. Don't let him see. Right? Because they nervous. Because if I pop up on them, not only is it going to sway the whole crowd because they don't see me pop up. It'll happen. If I pop up on these people, the whole crowd be like, yo, in the flesh. And then I walk right up to the mic. I say, everything y'all been dodging, let's deal with it now. Let me ask you some questions. No, you just asked an easy question. Let me ask you some things. And you're going to watch them buckeye and dip. But why? Because y'all are the only remaining support they have for the illusion that they pushing. So the same way I came for the music industry for pushing these illusions that you can gang bang and do all this other shit and murder and kill and slide and prostitute and all that, and ain't nothing that comes with it, nothing negative. I challenged them on that. We shut a lot of that down. This community ain't exempt. I challenge these people. Y'all shouldn't be looking like, okay, y'all see some people came on there. I saw it in the comment section. Somebody named Smoke Detector, Smoke the Creator, challenged me, made a video about me because she was mad. I said stop smoking weed. She got mad at me, made the video, highlighted 607 on, said he's the chosen, I'm not, all this other stuff. I said, come on live with me and talk. She got on here. First few seconds she ran. Then she got on here again, asked me a question. How do 13 equal B? Like, what the fuck kind of stuff is that? I said, okay, I'm gonna explain it to you. So I started explaining it to her, showed her how it happens, the breakdown, the masonry behind it, the B, all that. She was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I said, okay, you understand it? She said, he talking physical. That's why I didn't get what he's saying. I said, all right, cool. All right, so is there a spiritual part of the heart? She said, ain't it a spiritual version of everything? I said, okay, cool. Tell me the spiritual information of what I just said. And she said, okay. She said, y'all come to my live and I'll tell y'all. I ain't gonna tell y'all on here because you can't tell them on here. You don't, y'all, okay, Heavy. I don't know how often like you be making content, yet you do know how content works, right? You know you gotta edit it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that it's on point, then post it, all of that, right? So some people don't understand. Every time you say something, then you cover the screen, and then you say something else, then you cover the screen, and then you say something else, then you cover the screen. You're literally taking pauses. And the internet time doesn't understand it. People on internet time don't understand that in between those pauses, they read the notes. So they'll read a note, pause it. Read the next note, pause it. Read it. Just cliff
That's
notes of
why I tell you.
spirituality. Never thought it could exist, but cliff notes of spirituality or clip notes.
That's why I tell you. When there was somebody on my live, I need to see that face. I need. Hey, we're gonna do it right here
Right then
because
and
if you
there.
gotta, yeah, because if it's, you should already know it. It should be in you.
I tell
Like
them
I tell
on
people,
the tone. I said, come up here and speak. Let me hear you. You got to deal with me from tone to tone. And let me say this last part, right? So she came up and said what she said. Everybody that went to her comment section that was following her after that, a lot of people that they said we were disappointed. They said, why you run like that? He told you come on the live and you dipped. That was disappointing. People that were following her came to my page. They said, yo, uh, I don't know what she was doing, what she on, but I'm glad I found you. I gotta be careful what I'm listening to. I gotta be careful what I'm watching. You know what I mean? People are waking up in that regard. The point is to all of y'all, look at how they run. Don't be like Faise One is an agent. Be like, who gonna handle the agent? Don't it make?
see, most people are.
Go ahead.
I just said this. I want to say this real quick. He said, "I don't care about things, nothing. Just you can't just care about info. See, that's like you got to care about education too. And most people have those two words mistaken. If I ask the average person right now, what is education? 98% of y'all will get it wrong.
What is it?
If I ask you what's information, most of y'all will get it wrong, right? Education is not something that I put in myself. Education is something that I bring, that comes out of me. Being taught is not being educated. They're two different things. Look up the meaning of the word educate. Look up the etymology of the word. The word is educe. That's the root word. That means something coming from without of you. So education, proper education, is you properly expressing yourself. That's real education, right? And information is not what most people think it is. Information is the informing that takes place from your understanding of the data that you've accumulated. They'll tell you something different.
What have you retained?
Right.
I see what you're saying. This is what I don't get.
So
A lot of y'all, I've had people come on here and say all kind of stuff, right? I don't understand why
Mhm.
y'all don't. Why are y'all not doing lives? Why are y'all not doing y'all thing? Why are you on here trying to prove to people that's on this live that I'm not trying to even be funny? I'm asking you to think about something. You here to try to tell us you got all the answers, then go and show it.
Mhm.
You don't need to be on here
That's the problem.
doing it. Same way people say you're a clown. I said, well, then you don't need to be on here if I'm a clown. Y'all have to understand why I'm able to respond this way to these people. I live in truth. I look at everything from a true standpoint. If you don't understand what I mean, I say, okay, let's deal with it upon this moment of what you're saying, what has been said, what I understand it to mean.
Mhm.
You say, all right, you attacking only our people. I say, prove to me that's our people. Show me what that means. What is it that our people would do? Would our people lead us astray? Would our people say things and don't care whether or not they're speaking the truth? Would our people make things up like DEA? Would our people claim to be this, that, and that? Is that our people? Well, then I don't want to be a part of your people. Yes, I'm going against your people.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
That's all I'm saying.
That's a
And
fact.
and then I say, okay, again, if I'm the agent, let's deal with me. Why they run it? Y'all don't notice that y'all be on here. They don't. And you can't say somebody literally said, "Oh, you ain't big enough for them to respond." You ain't been paying attention. Have you not been paying attention of how many times Faise One goes viral? You ain't been paying attention of how many times millions of views come through the page, millions of views go YouTube, millions of views, hundreds of thousands. You ain't been paying attention. They respond to people that ain't making no noise. No, they talk about me behind the scenes. They talk about what's going on with this behind the scenes. But there's this hidden contract. Nobody responds to him. Because I keep telling y'all what it is. They know that if they get to me, it's bait. I'm going to reel their ass in and what I'm going to hit them with. Hey, let's talk about Malachi. And they're going to be like, fuck. Because then Rashad Jamal gonna be put on the spot. Oh, I put
Right.
anybody that come in tomorrow some 999. Let's talk about it. They were like, yeah, I'm 999. Da da da. I got 999. All right, tell me what is 999. They're like, what do you mean? Okay, explain to me real quick. Don't lie. Explain the power tower of that which is 999. They're gonna be talking to me about Babel. Watch. Niggas gonna
That ain't no different than rolling 60 or 9 Trey Blood or
they ain't gonna know what it. I'm telling you, they deal with 999 spiritually. 999 is mathematics. Literally. When you're saying 999, with my notebook, y'all have to understand. I'm not Googling any of this stuff. They're not gonna be able to answer it. Matter of fact, what a dude that said he got all the answers. Can you tell me about 999, what it means? Do you know what a power tower is? Here go 999.
ain't that Rihanna? Ain't that Rihanna? Oh nah
Yeah,
nah.
999. What's your name? Right? They're going to 999. Well, why are y'all saying it like that? Because you don't know what you're saying. It is 999. That is 9 raised to 9 to the 9th power of 9. Exactly. 9 to the 9th power of 9. Explain it. Tell them explain it. Now you realize you've been saying it wrong, but we don't even got to tell you that. We can let you say it wrong because we know you don't know what you're saying. I can open this book right here, though, and I'll show you where you get it from. If I can turn to it, I can show you where you get it from, and you're going to see math.
Oh nah nah.
It's going to be math. Where is that? We got the creation. That is. Do I got the first book? Yeah. Okay. Well, here we see non-ether, I think. See this right here? Therefore, non-ether is the most potent power in all the boundless universes. Non-ether is the original creator who grew all the universes. Non-ether beings utilize the forces that yield energy, versing energy into one form, the universe. What else is that? We got non. Okay, we talking about helium. Okay, the noble gases. We talking about radon. What is it? I think it's non-ether is a combination of all existing gases of nature. Nothing anywhere can be as powerful as all the existing gases on Earth. These gases are known as radon, xenon, krypton, argon, neon, helium. What else? I'm looking for it. I wish I could find it quickly, but I'll show you that 999 is a math formula. We got non-ether, 6 ether, non-ether, non-ether, 99,000, I'll find it. And eventually, but if I can't find it this right now, you'll still be able to find it in the Holy Tablets by Dr. Malachi York, where he teaches us. Dr. York, Holy Tablets. Go to the scribed. Do I have to write? Yeah, go to scribed PDF, and you'll be able to get it. Other than that, again, when y'all start saying 999, you got to start explaining what that is. And you say non-ether. I just read to you where they got that from. Malachi York. Some nigga said, I can't remember what name they used, but they were like, non-ether came from this person. Didn't know that was an alias that Dr. Malachi York used. They start naming stuff like Nupu, all of that. You don't even know what you're talking about. They say, no, Dr. York didn't write that. Amenubitur Akata wrote that. That is Dr. York. He is Amenubitur Akata. No, Dr. York didn't write that book. Imam Isa wrote that book. That's Malachi York. All the people who y'all be saying is not Dr. York, and you go and bring up another name, it still be him under a different author name. So yeah.
Someone said, is Farrakhan a double agent? What has Farrakhan done to lead our people astray?
What is
In your
Farrakhan?
eyes.
Okay. What do you think about this word right here, Heavy? What do you think about that word right there? All y'all who looking at it, what do you think about this word right here? Farka. Farka. So to separate, to divide, divided, farka. When you say the word farka, it don't it sound like farkan? Farkan, if I put the farkun or un, a, or an, okay, farkin or farkin, plural, farka, a divided, the divided ones, that those who divided, farka is in the name. So that's why Dr. Melakazi York said we don't even call it Africa, because right there the three-part root is fa, re, ke, ka, ke, kaf. This is kaf, and this is kaf. Similar, but they're different in their sound and pronunciation, right? Africa, farka, farkan, farkan. What did Farrakhan divide? Who did Farrakhan divide? They had an issue with that. Farrakhan divided all who were following the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay, peace be upon him. I don't know why they say don't say peace be upon him. You know what I mean? Because he's still alive. You can say peace be upon anybody. You say assalamu alaikum. They're saying peace be on you or peace be upon you. Most honorable Elijah Muhammad, all right, talked about something that's referred to as the book of Lamb. Okay, this is Lamb. The book of Lamb. This letter right here, the 23rd sigil or letter of Arabic, the Arabic Aleph Beta, all right, or alphabet. The book of Lamb was supposed to be possessed by someone or introduced by someone, told it by someone who was able to take the degree that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad presented and move it further. When Dr. Melakazi York, as Imam Asa was telling people to wake up, he was talking to the Sunni Orthodox Muslims. He had a book, 360 Questions to Ask a Sunni Orthodox Muslim, and he was teaching Islam in its pristine purity from Sudan, the Sudanese origins of it, all right, not just some people in America, also the tribe of Kedar, the tribe of Quraysh, okay, which is like to say a fish, like Nun or Nin, okay, yeah, he was explaining this is what Islam really is. This is our way of life, not your religion. A way of life that existed way before you said, this is my religion. They were stealing things from the Sudanese and the rest of these people and say, this is we're going to make this ours. So Dr. Melakazi York was challenging the Imam, Sunni Orthodox Muslims, even the Shiites, people who was a part of, what was it, Wahhabi, what else? Yeah, who else? I'm trying to think of the niggas. That was that, black Muslims, the NOI, all of them. He was challenging all of them and said, anything you're going to come, they want to debate. They said, let's debate the Quran. He said, okay, I'll debate with you. He's going to ask you first, what? Do you speak Arabic? Right? So Heavy, if somebody say, I want to debate, if they ask you, Heavy, they say, I want to debate Hebrew, what are you going to ask them? If you look at this, what would it be saying? I can't hear you.
Oh, my fault.
What does that say, Heavy?
What I am dealing with Madabed Ivrit. Do you speak Hebrew?
Okay, I would ask them the same thing. Do you speak Hebrew? And
So,
then they'll say, huh? I say, nah, no, you don't. So then
right,
that's what Pop was saying. You wanna debate the scripture, well then you're gonna have to speak the language. You want to debate the
right,
Torah. All right.
right,
Do you speak the language? Do you speak Arabic?
right,
And they're gonna look at you crazy. So then why would I debate with you if you don't even speak the language? That's why I
right.
was telling the brother. He was mad that I was doing that. I said, first of all, answer this question for me before we move forward. You say Sumerian. What do they speak? Well, the Sumerian means black-headed or charcoal-headed or burnt-headed people, right? That's not a language. what language did they speak in Sumer? They were Sumerian. They stayed in those areas. What language did those ancient Mesopotamian people speak? What language is, right? So you say, oh, these people, you don't understand. Some of these scriptures, they go back to Greek. That's the farthest back it goes. No, you got to take it before Greek. You got to go Phoenician. That you understand what you're talking about. You'll hear pops debating with niggas. They'll say this, that, and the third. He said, you don't know what you're saying. What's my point?
Right.
Dr. Malachi York, all he was doing was saying, let's stay in the scripture. You want to go to Hadith. You want to talk about tafsir. You want to tell me what this person said, this person. You want to debate on whether or not it should be Omar, whether it should be this people. No, let's go right to this Quran, Al-Quran. Let's deal with what it's saying. And he even showed him right there in the Quran. He said, this says right here, it says what? This is the best of statements or best of hadith. So why you need to go anywhere else? They couldn't debate it because, for one, they didn't even read Arabic. And now, just recently, a lot of the imams are coming out and saying, most of us don't speak Arabic. We speak what? Dialect or
Dialects. And yeah,
dialectal. Okay.
most of it be Turkish. A lot of it is, it depends on the area that they come from. Yes, definitely dialects.
Yeah.
A lot of dialects.
Dialect or informal. And you don't speak dialectal when it comes to religious context or text.
Right.
You will
Liturgical stuff is, yeah, something. I said, yeah, liturgical stuff is definitely more formal.
is that you would speak it formally.
Mhm.
The same way people, it's the same translation issues people are having when they talk about words like Hua, and they say God is a man because it says he. That's not the same he. That he means it's abstract. You have to know that when you're reading, okay, when you have epics, when you have
there's no gender neutral in Hebrew.
boom.
So there
But
it is.
Hua with Arabic, Arabia, right? Hua. And it means he, but he as in a masculine force. Not he as in this is a man. Same way people say they get simple things wrong. They were debating with I think Nuri Muhammad or Dr. Wesley Muhammad, one of them. Neither one of them know what they were speaking about. But they were saying Allah is a man, right? And he can prove it, man. And one of the brothers in the crowd was like, Al-Quran refers to us as insan. Insan, meaning human. Okay? Another way that'll pop up is nas, all right, or nas, like a man or human beings, right? Insan, nas, all right. So the brother's like, he said we're a human being. So people got caught up on the man because he didn't even just say human. The dude who's talking said he calls us man. People will look at this word and think that's gender, but they're not understanding. If I were to speak in Arabic, I would say rajul, rajul for man or male. You with me? Not insan. So when we're talking about human beings, he said God made man, or Allah created, said kun, kowun. All right, K-O-O-N. How you spell it? Also, you'll see it as K-W-N. B would also exist. All right, be of form. That's kowun. B. If he comes with say Allah said or uttered kowun. All right, and then Zakar or Kadman or Adam came forth, all right, and existed, or he spoke and things are now because of that speech. If that's the truth, then no matter what it would have been saying, you have to deal with the word itself, kawun, to be. You have to deal with this word itself, rajul, a man. You have to deal with the word itself, insan. And in the religious text, they have to use specific words that cater to the text or cater to the text or tailored. You understand that? So I'm not going to say Allah said kawun rajul. I would say Allah said kawun insan. He's not going to say be a male. Be female. No, he said be for insan. Allah who created, okay, with the one who wrote with the pen and formed man out of luck, the clut. Okay? So my thing for people is, if you're going to listen to these people, ask them simple questions. Be like, yo, excuse me, what does that mean when you say that? You know what I mean? Do you know the difference between Bismillah and Fi? Fi to be in. Instead, you're saying in the name of God, but you're saying be by the name of Allah, but then you translate it in the name of Allah. Now that's a word comparison. That's not an actual translation. So my thing is, I don't have no issue with these people personally. All I'm saying is, y'all, I ain't nothing. When it comes to the grand scheme of things, just wait. Because somebody like me, I open them gates, right? I open them gates. And all the young disciples, all the Ansar Allah, all of them brothers, they'll walk through again. I don't know where they've been, right? And I wish they would pop up sometimes and be like, he not by himself. So y'all think I'm out here just attack. Man, I'll open them doors and
You see me here,
them
right?
brothers who can grab them brothers who can grab them pens and say, oh, you think you know what you're talking about? What does this mean? Translate that. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you mean what I'm doing? You were just talking about the Anunnaki, so you need to be able to tell me what this means. Tell me. Explain it real quick. What does this mean? Da 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 da. And you'll be looking like, I don't understand that. So you don't know cuneiform? Then how did you read the tablets? I didn't read the tablets. So you can't say you know what is said if you ain't read the tablets. You see, I wish it would happen that way because then people would know I'm not by myself. So one day, hopefully that'll happen. They'll be able to step up and say, we're with them. You know, have you cut out? Can y'all still hear me who on here? Shout out to the brother Heavy. Y'all still hear me?